As we go through this afternoon into the evening, there could be a strong to severe storm in the area, especially in the western half of the state that has damaging wind gusts with it today. But again, that won't happen everywhere. Tonight, there could still be a shower or thunderstorm around early on. Then we'll see a clearing trend. It turns less humid late tonight. Lows drop into the 60s. Bright and sunny tomorrow. Very warm with highs in the upper 80s, but comfortably low humidity. Dew points between 48 and 55. And it's mostly clear and comfortable Saturday night with lows in the low to mid 60s. Sunshine Sunday mixing with some clouds, and then the chance for some showers and thunder by late in the day or Sunday night. The high around 90 degrees. Monday looks mostly sunny, the high close to 80. I'm meteorologist Bob Cox in the WTIC Weather Center.
All right, 91, partly sunny right now in Hartford with the Dow up 352 points. The NASDAQ up 48 and the S&P up 27. For these stories and more, go to WTIC.com. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
Life unfolds in ways you can never quite expect. A divorce, a death in the family, a personal injury. Each time you are left searching for someone new to trust. But what if you had a full-service law firm that knows you and a firm that can represent all your legal needs? With BPS Lawyers, you get more than a lawyer. You get a full-service law firm. Visit bpslawyers.com. BPS Lawyers, your lawyers for life. Proud full-service law partner of UConn Athletics. Nick Payne-Dearis is responsible for the content of this ad.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Money, sponsored by Ethos.
Do you know your freedom number?
Saving up a certain nest egg that allows you to accomplish a different set of goals.
Financial planner Michael Bogardus in Shelton, Connecticut, says the freedom number is the amount you need to live without a full-time job.
The main thing is understanding what your lifestyle requires from an income perspective.
Once you calculate that freedom number, working towards it can be a long-term financial goal. I'm Rob Hart.
If you own a small business, the pressure never lets up. Something's always coming at you. That's why business owners turn to LendSeek for funding.
I don't need promises. I need options. LendSeek's AI platform showed me real funding choices. Now I can cover payroll, handle taxes, and go after growth opportunities without the daily stress.
Up to $5 million with funding in as fast as 24 hours. No upfront costs. No prepayment penalties. Start ready, stay ready. LendSeek.com. LENDSEEK.com.
Brian Jackman here for CertaPro Painters. I don't know about you, but for me, I want to be able to trust the people that do work on my house. That's why CertaPro Painters could be perfect for you. They get the job done right because they take pride in what they do. And by the way, the painting is professional and all of it at the right price. When you choose CertaPro Painters, you're not just hiring a service, you're partnering with a local professional with over 70,000 five-star reviews. So schedule your free estimate today online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated.
Are you a commercial building owner in southern New England? Are you frustrated with your roof services? Contact Eagle Rivet Roof Service today. Our skilled technicians provide tailored roof repair and maintenance programs to maximize your building's lifespan. With 24/7 emergency response and comprehensive service options, we are Greater New England's trusted commercial roofing provider. Visit EagleRivet.com for a complimentary inspection or call 860-953-1231. Protect your investment with Eagle Rivet.
Attention, have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-358-6868. That's 800-358-6868. Again, 800-358-6868.
Hey, shh. Calm down. The show is about to start. Reese on the radio. Turn it up. Turn it up loud. Turn it up loud.
It's like a dream come true.
Turn on your radio. Reese is on the radio.
Yo, let's get it.
Due to the nature of this program, discretion does not exist. It's Reese on the radio. Right now on WTIC News Talk 1080.
Yeah! Oh, baby, I know you are all excited. It's the weekend. I've got a good weekend coming up as well. Finally, I'm going to start taking advantage of it. That's right, all you scallywags, nutmeggers, conversationalists, and of course you haters. It's Reese on the radio. News Talk 1080 WTIC. The lovely Rozan is in the house. Hello, my beautiful wife.
Hi. Oh, you remembered my mic this time.
Now the microphone is on. I was way ahead of the curve on this one. You're on the show a little bit more now. You know, Red Sox are playing, so, you know, we got to get you here.
A lot more time. Yeah, a lot more airtime now.
And you and I are actually going to have dinner with the Ferraro family tomorrow.
Yes.
I know you don't know them.
I don't.
But I've met them. In fact, David Ferraro, his mom, is a huge fan of the show, and we'll be having dinner with her tomorrow. We can come to your house for a free meal as well. Those of you who are faithful listeners of the Reese on the Radio program. But, you know, we love to eat, and Rozan hates to cook. So if you're cooking and there is food, Rozan doesn't do the cooking, but she loves to eat. And, you know, she just shows up. And she'll converse. She's actually very pleasant.
Oh, thank you.
During this. Well, I'm not saying that, you know, you want to go to everybody's house, but, you know, you will go for a sort of an ethnic meal. You're big on it.
Ethnic?
Yeah, in other words, you
I don't know about ethnic, just, you know.
Like if somebody
different.
says, like a Peter Lamage, right? If he were to invite us, we met his wife at the GOP convention, and he and his wife are Albanian. And if they were to invite us over for Albanian food, you would be like, hell yeah, I'm going.
Never had Albanian food.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
You would be raring to go.
Absolutely.
I would be, have fun. Nothing against Albanian food.
You would go because, one, you're not an animal. You are, pleasant.
Yes, right. But, I mean, the Albanian food or foreign food is not the driver for me. Great conversation is the driver. Yes. I am reluctant to eat food I'm not familiar with.
Yes. And we still have to find that clip from, what is it? The 9-9?
Oh, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine,
yeah.
Where the captain says that...
Captain Holt.
Yeah, just need a gray liquid mush that supplies all your nutrients and you're good to go.
That's true.
The rest of us, normal people, we enjoy food.
Yes.
Flavor.
No, and I get it. You know, exotic. You know, you guys are, Andy Bourdain. Yes, try all the weird stuff. Go ahead. Live life to the fullest. Me, bread and water. I'm okay.
That is true.
I will eat, in fact, I will take this bottle of water right here. And you know what would go great with this bottle of water? That I will put some lemon in.
A piece of boiled
lemon seltzered water. I will take this water and then give me a dozen of Between Rounds bagels. That's it. And I'll you could leave town for a week. I'd be good. Because this water will expand the bagel in my tummy, and I'll be fine.
Did you hear about that kid? I think it was somewhere over in Europe, the UK maybe, lived off of French fries and nuggets.
Really?
And went blind.
No.
Because of a nutrient deficiency.
Who?
I have to look into it, but I remember hearing that story and thinking, yeah, I could
after
see
you
that.
look into the story, find out whether or not I could live off Between Round bagels and water.
Okay.
Roland says, you cannot. He's screaming in my ear right now. You cannot.
Listen, I tend to agree, right? But for you, my dear, I would be more than happy to research that. In fact, maybe we could get Jerry or someone to call in and tell us, the nutritional value of their bagels, just bagels.
Yeah, speaking of which, there is something I've got to talk about in the end of this hour. Speaking of our good friends, the Puyas, and between rounds. So if you could, I have to text them to make sure that they are paying attention.
Is this what we talked about?
Yes, it's what we talked about it when we saw them at the Yard Goats game at Duncan Park. So I want to talk about that in a little bit because it's something that has been driving me crazy, you crazy, the family crazy, and we've got to get it. We got to figure it out.
Not me.
Not you?
No, I am more. I'm on the other end of the spectrum where I believe, God's timing is everything.
Whatever. We don't. No, I love God and the whole nine, but I think that this is something that God wants us to do. Okay, so stay tuned for that. We'll bring it up. Speaking of doing something adventurous, a USA Today article broke yesterday, and then it broke on Libs of TikTok. I saw it, and I was like, is this true? So it turns out like 5 states have decided to opt out of the 250-year anniversary of this great nation. And Donald Trump is having, or at least the administration is having, the Great American State Fair down in D.C., where all of the states and our, I guess our other territories are going to go down there, and we all have sort of an outdoor tent, if you will, or display dedicated to our state, so that in essence, it's sort of like It's a Small World, where you travel through D.C. and learn about the states in our union.
Are we gonna have like delicacies?
Yeah.
Like in Kentucky, you got fried chicken. And
you can even have local fare.
See what I did
You
there?
said chicken. You had local fare from your state. They even have a setup where
Hawaii would have Spam and rice.
Yeah, exactly. Anything, but in essence, sort of showcasing your state.
Right.
And what we heard from USA Today, or at least we read in USA Today, that Connecticut had decided to opt out. They did not say it was for what other states said they were opting out for, financial reasons. Well, sorry, not because they were partisanship, I should say. It was financial reasons. That they didn't have the revenue to do something like this in D.C. because it goes from June 25th until like July 10th. And they couldn't really afford the amount of money. I went to go look it up, and it turns out the staffing and all that stuff would be about $100,000.
Can't they all just get a P card?
No, let me get to my point before you go off the rails here. So they suggested that they didn't really have the revenue or the manpower to do it, and they were going to dedicate their resources to just local events here in Connecticut. Now, many people online were saying, this is wrong. I cannot believe we're not going to show up. This is an opportunity for us to display our state. And, no show Ned Lamont does it again. So I saw that, and you know how I am on this show, Rozan. You know how I am in life. I don't wait for other people to make decisions for me, right? And I don't need permission. Sometimes I got to take the initiative. So I got on the horn last night, and I would never do this because, again, we're not buddies, we're not pals. I contacted House Minority Leader Vin Candelar. I sent him a text. And then at the same time, I noticed that I got a message from Senator Rob Sampson, who had liked my video at the press conference with Ned Lamont. So I sent him a private message. And I said to Vin Candelara, listen, why do we have to wait for them to represent us? Why can't we represent ourselves? Why can't we go down there? Now, look, is it true that it may cost $100,000, maybe even more, for us to privately fund or personally fund an event from the 24th of June all the way to the 10th of July? Sure, it would. It's a lot. But guess what? We still should be down there for the 250th anniversary. So I came up with this splendid idea. Reese on the radio has the Great American Broadcast live in D.C. July 3rd and on Saturday, July 4th, where, after all of the regular programming on Saturday, we broadcast live right there on the 4th of July, America's 250th birthday. if there's any state that belongs there on the 250th anniversary, it should be the Constitution state. Yes?
You would think.
You would think.
Absolutely.
And we don't have to wait for Lamont to do it. We don't need our representatives, none of them. We don't need them to do that. We can do it ourselves. We can send a delegation. We can actually get the funding together, right? Just for those 2 days. Even if we don't have to staff for all of those days, imagine how logistically possible it would be for you and I. We go down on our own dime, and we told the station, we'll go on our own dime. We'll drive all the way down there. We've got family and friends that live in Virginia. It's only about 25 minutes from the city. We'll go down there and we'll stay. I'll bring my equipment so we don't have to have Joey or anybody else. I can set up my own equipment. I know how to do that. And we can broadcast live. The only thing we need from D.C. is an internet connection, right? An Ethernet connection, and we're raring to go. It's like plug and play.
I'm actually thinking maybe we look into getting a Starlink.
Possible.
That would be, a lot easier.
It would be helpful. And it's so crazy. Roland, you got to get on the mic for this one, because Roland and I have done this before. Now, I don't know if this is proprietary, so I won't use the terms or the names of the technology. But you remember one time we had an internet issue and I had to broadcast on this show from my phone?
We used I won't say what we used.
We don't have to say what we used, but we did it, right?
Yeah, but it was terrible.
It sounded horrible, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's better than I just bring my equipment.
It was terrible.
It was?
But we did get it done, right?
Well, we got it done.
Yeah.
We did practically the whole show, didn't we?
Yeah.
So it isn't impossible for us to do it remote, right? So again, and Roland, you don't have to be here for the Saturday one. I mean, just that somebody's going to be here anyway. But this would be the perfect opportunity. We go down there. Rosanna and I will leave Thursday night after this program. We'll drive down to D.C. It's only about 6 or 7 hours. We'll be there. And then we do the show live at 2 on Friday, getting ready for the 250th. And on Saturday, after all the regular programming is done here, Computer Talk with Tab and, I forget the name of the other ones. Forgive me, guys, but I'll get them in a second. But after all of their shows are done, guess what? Turns out the last live show on Saturday, which is probably going to be taped because these guys are taking their holidays as well, ends at 1 o'clock.
What do you when you talk about doing this?
4th of July weekend.
I won't be here anyway.
Yeah, it's okay. Trust me, I wouldn't ask you to do any of this. This is something I think that we should do. And again, like I said, if the state doesn't want to play a role in this, they can't send someone down there. We can do this ourselves. We're not asking for the 16 days. We're just talking about 2 days over the weekend. And we can be down there, and after we finish our broadcast, Roseanne, anyone who wants to come down with us, we can see what is probably going to be one of the most spectacular fireworks displays known to man.
Yeah, I wish I still had connects at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. We could sit on, like we did one year, on top of the amphitheater and watch the fireworks all over the greater D.C. area. It was really amazing. But, we do know people there all over the place.
They're not going to let you do that without running it through here.
Mm-hmm.
So that, like your Friday show?
Yeah.
They would have somebody here running that through here.
Yeah, that's fine. At 2 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. And like I said, only thing they would need to do is, and of course I know all the clocks, so I'm not worried about that. We'd set it up. And like I said, I have everything. When we were doing the show from Texas, I just plug and play. I've got everything right now in my apartment. When I did the show, when I do our sister station, WBEN, boom, I just plug and play.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. I got an internet connection. I'm done. So we did all of that in seconds. We could do the same thing going down there. And again, we're not asking WTIC to have to fund it. This is absolutely kind of a vacation day for us that I'm getting paid for. But I'm going down there because who would want to miss this?
Yeah.
Who would?
I don't know. Ned Lamont, apparently.
Well, I talked to plenty of people who already have plans. And they're doing some other things, which I understand. It's 4th of July. You probably already have plans.
And this is sort of a last minute.
Yeah, I talked to Tom and Debbie. I talked to Jerry Williams, over at the religious station. He's got a gig that day, a paid gig, so he doesn't want to give that up.
Right.
But when I mentioned this to them, they were like, oh, man, they really want to come. When I mentioned it to Rob Sampson and Vin Candelara, I mentioned it to Ryan Fazio's folks today. You know what they all said? Yo, let's see if we can get this done.
Yeah.
Everyone is excited to do this. And it's right. We should be there.
Listen, in my mind, in my, grandiosity, what I'm thinking is you and I charge, we are the lead vehicle in a convoy. I'm imagining, tour buses behind us where people are just like, hey, let's go down and represent the great state of Connecticut. I keep having this thought in my head. This is taxation without representation. Our state is refusing to represent us. We have to represent ourselves.
That's right.
Somehow we're still paying these people.
But that's the beauty of this, right? And that's kind of where I'm coming from. I don't want to be angry at Connecticut or its leadership for not, or at least our representation for not wanting to go. I don't want to. I'm not here to point fingers at them. I'm not trying to shame them. I know everybody wants to start calling them No-Show Lamont or No-Show Ned.
No-Show Ned.
Yeah, No-Show Ned. I say that tongue-in-cheek, but guess what? This shouldn't be about them. This should be about everybody in Connecticut being represented on this stage, which is going to probably be viewed by the world. And people are going to be walking through there who are from other countries to celebrate all these other states. Why not ours too?
Yeah.
Right? And we can really put on a show just to be down there and show everybody how great Connecticut is, despite our politics, that we are a great state, that we have a rich history, that we always have played a role in the American life. That is,
Constitution state, for Pete's sake.
That's right. We
how
are
much more American.
Exactly.
Is that?
We are the Northeast. We should not leave this to Massachusetts. We should not leave this to New York. No. We should not leave this to Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont. We are also New England. And we're Connecticut. For crying out loud, we're Connecticut. We got to go down there.
I concur.
So if you are on board, we're going to find an opportunity to at least get everyone together. I know how we can get this done. It's just going to take a couple of things. I want to get I want to get our section taken care of in the sense of where Rozan and I can have a tent or a spot where we can broadcast live. And if anyone else wants to be a part of this, you can. Whatever organization you are that represents Connecticut, this would be a fine opportunity. And I'm sure we can work this out for July 4th weekend. Let's take a break. We'll come back. I want to talk about a couple of other things related to this, and then we'll get on to this with the show. Dale, Bernie, we see you, buddy. We miss you too. We'll be back. Short break. It's Reese on the radio, Rozan on the radio on News Talk 1080 WTIC.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers and nearly 6,000 people on staff.
But at the core, this is and always has been a family business.
Our family watching out for your family.
Call us or email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on a Saturday or a Sunday.
And if you ever have a problem, call our mom.
Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family.
Injured? Dial pound law.
Nicholas Russo, 157 Church Street, New Haven, 06510.
Hi, this is Eric Hogarth, Certified Financial Planner from Money Wisdom. Get the answers to your retirement questions at our free educational dinner workshop. Reserve your seat today to learn about different strategies to maximize your retirement income, ways to reduce your lifetime tax obligation, and much more. Text WORKSHOP to 800-705-1232. That's WORKSHOP to 800-705-1232.
Johnson Brunetti is a marketing name for the businesses of JB Capital and JN Financial. Investment advisory services offered through JB Capital, LLC. Insurance products offered through JN Financial, LLC.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At Northeast Men's Health, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combination therapies that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and to the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-930-5956 or go to northeastmenshealth.com. That's northeastmenshealth.com. Northeast Men's Health, advanced medical science to empower male performance.
And now, a WTIC news update.
It's 2:30. Good afternoon. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News will have Bob Cox's forecast coming up. State police say the estranged husband of a beloved cafe owner in Winchester is now charged with her murder. Leon Stetson is being held on $3 million bond. He was arraigned from his hospital bed for the killing of Carrie Stetson. Troopers say she died this week from sharp force injuries. In Hamden, police investigated the swatting incident at Bear Path Elementary School today. Officials say the call came in around 9:30. They had to move a 6th grade ceremony from that site to another site as police did a sweep of the campus. Another hot day in Connecticut. Temps in the 90s in many parts. Several school districts decided to give the kids an early weekend by dismissing early. Chance of showers and perhaps some thunderstorms that'll eventually get rid of the humidity. It stays warm for the weekend, but the humidity comes down. Deal or no deal when it comes to Iran?
President Trump said yesterday he was optimistic a deal was close at hand, even saying there could be a signing ceremony this weekend in Geneva, Switzerland. That's what we were told officials had been planning for. Now we're hearing from Iran's foreign minister, who says that memo of understanding is maybe not so close at hand.
Correspondent Sherry Preston. About 36 teachers in Stamford say they've been blindsided by layoffs and reassignments, despite the city passing a school budget that included neither of those things. That's according to the state's teachers union. They say the moves are a violation of the contract and bypassed any proper hearings. Neighbors in Berlin are banding together to support a firefighter who lost his home in a 4-alarm blaze Thursday afternoon. Al Pipkin's house on Worthington Ridge was destroyed by the fast-moving flames. It may have started in a mulch pile outside. At least 2 pets were killed. Several firefighters had to be treated at the scene for heat-related symptoms. WTIC News Time is 2:32 from the WTIC 24-hour traffic network. We have volume delays in East Hartford on the eastbound side of Interstate 84 between exits 58 and 59. Crash there takes out 2 right lanes. And on the Wilbur Cross Parkway down in New Haven, northbound volume between exits 42B and 46 due to an overturned motor vehicle. Here's Bob with the forecast.
Temperatures this afternoon get up between 90 and 95 degrees under a mix of sun and clouds. And with the high humidity still in place, the heat index could touch 100 degrees today. And we'll see some scattered thunderstorms developing again as we go through the afternoon into this evening. There is the potential for a strong to severe storm again with damaging wind in a few towns. The highest threat would appear to be in the western half of the state. The threat for a shower or storm continues into early tonight. Then we'll see clearing. It turns less humid after midnight. Lows drop into the 60s. A gorgeous start to the weekend tomorrow. Bright and sunny. Highs in the upper 80s. Comfortably low humidity. Dew points mostly between 48 and 55 tomorrow. Mostly clear and comfortable Saturday night. Lows in the low to mid 60s. Sunshine mixing with clouds during the day Sunday. The high about 90 degrees. Some showers and possibly a thunderstorm arriving late Sunday or Sunday night. Back to mostly sunny conditions Monday with a high around 80. I'm meteorologist Bob Cox in the WTIC Weather Center.
All right, we currently have 91 degrees under partly sunny skies right now in Hartford. The markets so far are doing fairly well. The Dow's up over 400 points today. The NASDAQ up 73 and the S&P up 34. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
Wisdom teeth giving you trouble? Columbia Dental's expert oral surgeons specialize in comfortable and efficient wisdom tooth removal. Open 7 days a week. Call 860-645-0111 or visit columbiadental.com.
This Travelers Championship Charity Spotlight is brought to you by Thomaston Savings Bank.
Discover the heart behind the Travelers Championship, a PGA Tour event with a mission to make a difference. The Travelers Championship supports hundreds of nonprofit organizations, including the Alzheimer's Association of Connecticut. In Connecticut, more than 76,000 people are living with Alzheimer's, and twice as many are providing unpaid care for a loved one. If your family is navigating this journey, remember, you are not alone. From Fairfield to Hartford to New London, the Connecticut chapter of the Alzheimer's Association is your local lifeline. They offer free support groups, educational programs, and family consultations to help you live your best life for as long as possible. Whether you need advice on early warning signs or caregiving techniques, expert help is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more info, visit alz.org/CT. Keep listening to WTIC News Talk 1080 for more inspiring Travelers Championship charity spotlights, sponsored by Thomaston Savings Bank.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2026 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Hi, I'm Joe with SimpleSaleUSA.com, and I buy houses cash. If you own a house and want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me at 203-896-4000. I can pay cash and close in as little as 7 days. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and more importantly, anywhere in Connecticut. I'm a private real estate investor who buys several houses a month, and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorce houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that is trash and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying junk houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosure houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at 203-896-4000. That's 203-896-4000. 203-896-4000.
So Ryan and I came to the decision to get life insurance when I was pregnant with our first son. He really wanted us to be taken care of if something happened to him. He provided for our family in life and also after his death. I think that would make him proud. Ethos makes it fast and easy to get life insurance. Apply in minutes and get same-day coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-909-9696. 800-909-9696.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At Northeast Men's Health, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combination therapies that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and to the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-930-5956 or go to northeastmenshealth.com. That's northeastmenshealth.com. Northeast Men's Health, advanced medical science to empower male performance.
Fan of WTIC? Then do us a favor. Download the free Odyssey app and favorite WTIC.
All right, Reese on the radio, Rozan on the radio. We are back. I want to give a little bit more on these details, but before I do, I want to say on the show today, calling in Dan Haar from Hearst Media is going to be on the program. He's going to apologize to me for talking smack yesterday. That's how that happened. So, we'll hash that out. Plus, we're going to get him to say to me, or say to you, what he said to me on the phone about Lamont's answer to me during that press conference where I was asking him about the nickel and diming of your dollars. and Dan Haar is going to explain what he said to me so that you can hear it directly from him, a seasoned reporter right here in the state of Connecticut, because I'm a new guy and I don't know what I'm talking about. We'll get him here on that. Isabelle Roode was supposed to be here, but she will not be, so she's calling in. I think there was some sort of transportation issue on getting here, so she's going to call into the show. She is the young lady running in the 40th district. She is 17 years old, and she will be 18 on Election Day, so she'll be old enough to hold office if indeed she does win. So I'm very excited to have her on the show to talk to her about her being an EMT and a private business owner and running for office.
And a firefighter.
And a firefighter,
and a space operator and a veterinarian. This girl does everything. It's amazing.
Yeah, she's completely, how much time could a person possibly have with their day?
I will just say, first of all, my kids are garbage. They're trash. But secondly, so am I. So
so those folks will be it. I'm not sure, but I do believe a former great guest might be on the program today, may call in. But if not, I may be taping an interview with them tomorrow. But we'll let you know the details of that the moment that we get there. We're waiting for Adam 12 to send me a text on that. Dawn, I did get your message that Dawn says that she is going to be down there. She just said, I just heard your request on radio, and I reached out to my contact down there to see if they will reserve you a spot to represent Connecticut. Wow. So people are already on board to do this. Thank you, Dawn. Much appreciated. Dawn Nietos, who was a guest on this very program, she's also working on the Jonathan DeBarros campaign. Good friend of the room, good friend of the show. She is actually working with us now. So the more I mention it, everybody's going, yeah. I'm loving this. I'm loving this energy. And it's right.
I think it just shows that the people of Connecticut really love Connecticut.
Exactly.
And, when we have feckless representation, I will never call him anything other than that. We have feckless representation here in this state, and people are fed up with it. The real people, the boots, the grunts, the daily workers, the moms, the dads, everybody that lives here, normal people want to be represented and want to go out there and do it. So, it just shows you the amount of pride and self-respect and love that these people have, not just for our state, but for our country.
But what's the thing? If I may, I don't so much want to push back on you, what you're saying, because I really do believe this. And again, if you disagree with me, I totally expect you to. I want you to disagree with me on this. And there's a reason why I want to, and I'll explain when you do. I believe that we have become a culture that says because our representatives decided no, then that's the end of the story, that we don't move or maneuver around obstacles.
I have to disagree.
It's just never been my style.
It's the American way.
This
is how and why America came to be.
Exactly.
We got sick and tired of having zero representation, nobody speaking for us, and just doing whatever they want to do. That's how America came to be America.
Right, and I just went, I heard everyone complaining about it online. As soon as I saw it, I saw everyone going, I can't believe this. And even Mark in West Hartford sent me this post just now. He sent it to me last night. He was like, in the Connecticut state budget, the General Assembly awarded $80,000 to West Hartford Pride. This money is split over 2 years. It helps fund the annual Pride Festival and the new queer hub, quote unquote queer hub, to give the LGBT community a safe physical space for local. And people were citing this yesterday because of the fact that we couldn't do both.
We can't afford to represent normal people in our state, but we're going to go out of our way to make sure that the smallest demographic has the most representation. That's what we're trying to do.
So that's, again, this is the point I'm making about
what happened to a democratic not policy, but process.
Well, this is, again, my bottom line was this. I didn't want to complain about this.
I'll complain about it.
I know, and I know that everyone wanted to. Everyone, in fact, when I posted my picture of the Great American Broadcast, I came up with it in the middle of the night. I said, let's do this. And people started showing me this thing that they were doing in West Hartford. And my response to it was, I don't care about that. They can spend all the money they want to on that. But who's to say? Who's going to stop us? If we go to Washington, D.C., and we ask the president or his representatives or whomever it is that says, listen, Mr. Trump, we know that our representatives are not going to participate. But Connecticut feels like we should represent ourselves if they won't represent us.
Absolutely.
And we have the means to do it.
Absolutely.
Can we come down and represent Connecticut? What person in Washington wouldn't go, well, come on down. It's a celebration, ladies.
No,
and gentlemen, it's a celebration.
I don't think that's the point in question. The point in question is, why are we giving money to this tiny demographic of individuals when we can't do the greater good?
I don't care. No.
We care.
No, you don't.
Regular people care.
Let me tell you why you don't. No. Regular people care. But here's the deal, right? Do we need them to represent us? Yes or no?
No, we don't.
Okay.
But
full stop.
If you are a paid representative, it is your obligation. It is your obligation. You are legally, contractually bound to doing the job for which you are paid.
I understand that.
You are a paid representative. Person, represent me.
I understand that. But guess what?
But in the absence of said representation, yes, we should do it ourselves.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want, look, I know this is the, I'm going to say.
This makes me angry. I'm sorry.
I know it does, but I'm going to break. I just have to say it because it's important. And I said this from the moment I began broadcasting here on WTIC. Okay? The culture of complaining is over. We are the culture of doers. We are the culture of acting. Okay? Complaining gets nothing done.
I think you should gripe while doing. You know that song, Whistle While You Work?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gripe while you represent yourself.
No, I'm just saying that, look.
I've earned it.
We have to show people how it's done without the complaining. That we say to these folks, remember what every one of these No Kings protests are. No Kings protests are a bunch of people complaining that move no needles. Right? All of this protesting, it only gets news coverage, but it does nothing in the grand scheme. Right. So it's a bunch of complainers who get all the coverage in the world while nothing changes. You know why? Because then they can return to complaining the next time around. What I'm saying is, let's be the culture of doers. Instead of worrying about what money they are spending on the LGBTQIA plus group, let's just say we put our money where our mouths are, and we're going to go down there and represent ourselves despite the fact that Lamont will not.
Absolutely, but gripe while you march.
I don't want the griping. I want to celebrate.
I will gripe. It is my constitutional right. Gosh darn it, I will do it, and I don't care what anybody has to say. I will walk around carrying my American flag. I will go down there representing the state of Connecticut, but I will also be as vocal as I possibly can be about the feckless leadership we have in this state and the idiots who continue to elect them.
I believe that we should go down there and get it done. Ask the governor if not going to D.C. means that there won't be Connecticut Day at the Big E. Will the Connecticut building be closed this year? I do not know. I am going to look into it. Mark in West Hartford has already responded. Complaining and informing are totally different things. No, I'm not suggesting that you're not informing. That's not what I'm saying. I think we can walk and chew gum, if we can use a horrible phrase.
Absolutely.
We can do both. What I'm saying is that, look, the $80,000, I saw everyone complaining. I want to make this clear, what I was saying earlier when I brought it up before you rudely interrupted me. I'm saying this. What I saw when people posted the Libs of TikTok thing was from the usual Connecticut influencers who I know and I love. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing you guys. I love you guys. I follow you, and we communicate all the time. But what I saw was immediate reaction to it by saying, they're spending money on this, they're spending money on that. And no one said, hey, you know what? Why don't we go? And when I saw them, and I'm using the term loosely, complaining about it and talking about the money that was spent elsewhere, my mind was on, well, why can't we go? And I don't know what it is. Like I said, I don't know if I'm different. I don't consider myself some weirdo, or I'm supposed to be some genius. It was the first thing that came to my mind when I saw it. I said, why not? Why wouldn't we go?
Right. And again, I'm here for it. I completely believe the same thing. You know what? Let's do it. That does not mean I can't gripe and moan the entire time about why we have to do it because our representation is refusing.
I think.
Look at all the and the reason why is because I want people to understand we had to do it because they won't do it. Let me lay out the reasons why they're trash so that when it comes time to vote for Ryan Fazio, you vote for Ryan Fazio.
This is, for me, it's about nothing more than celebrating the birthday, the very special birthday of the United States.
You make it the appropriate, like you keep the shine where the shine is. I don't mind playing around in the mud and gutters.
Fine.
I will do it.
All right.
Somebody's got to do it.
When we come back from this break, I want to give a shout out to somebody who I know and I respect and I love. They've become members of our family, and that is the Puyas. But they seem to be having, Jerry and Lori seem to be having one small problem that they need to be remedied. And we're going to see if we can work on helping them out with this small dilemma. I am going to take the heat on this after the fact.
That is all you.
Yeah, when we return. Stand by for that when we get back. It's Reese on the radio on WTIC.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Cabinets touch almost every part of a kitchen renovation. Layout, appliances, plumbing, electrical. When they're not handled right, everything else gets harder. At Dean Cabinetry, we manage the entire cabinet process, from design through ordering and coordination, so everything stays aligned. Contractors get a reliable partner, homeowners get a clear, guided experience. Dean Cabinetry, your kitchen cabinet partners from start to finish.
It's Sarah Samuels, co-host of Retirement Income Source, heard Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m. and again at 12:30 p.m. In retirement, you know it's all about the income, and that's real income generated from interest and dividends. Each week, David Scranton and I discuss ways you can help maximize income generation in your retirement strategy so you can make the most of your golden years. Tune in to the Retirement Income Source Sundays at 9:30 a.m. and 12:30 p.m.
Retirement Income Source with David Scranton is a paid program.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
It's Reese on the radio on News Talk 1080 WTIC.
All right, we're back. I want to address this quickly and briefly. Our good friends, the Puyas from Between Rounds, proud sponsors of this very network, and I think all of the stations here in Odyssey, sister stations as well. And we love them. We do our live broadcasts from there. We're going to be doing some more this year at Between Rounds.
Yeah,
that's right. We do holidays with them, so they've become family to us. And that's, by the way, that's our relationship with all of our sponsors. We like having a personal, connected relationship with them because we don't want people to just think that we're reading some, here it is, the sponsor or the what's it. No, we have a relationship with them. We trust them and we believe in them. And the Puyas are a perfect example of that. And so we see them all around, in and around town. When we see them at the baseball game, hey, what are you guys doing here? Weirdly enough, they bought their tickets. We got our tickets right in the same section. As soon as we showed up, we always end up.
It's funny how that keeps happening.
Like we're always right in their circle and they're in ours. But they have a small problem, Lori and Jerry do.
I'm not in this.
And it's a small problem that could be remedied. And that is, look, as they get older, they are going to be leaving the company to travel all around the globe as they do. And they earned it. They worked really, really hard and developed and brought about a great family institution that is Between Rounds. But as they get in their older years, it is important for them to have one comfort that parents should have, and that is grandbabies. Absolutely should be grandbabies. But there seems to be some blockage here. There seems to be something that's thwarting this, and that is their oldest son, Chris, who has not found a suitable mate. And that's because he works and he's very dedicated to his job. And the dating world and the dating pool can be quite, suspicious, for lack of a better word. And, Chris isn't one of those guys who's out partying, having a good time.
No,
he's studious, very smart.
Quiet. Very, very smart.
Very smart.
And he's really funny, actually, when you get him talking.
Exactly.
Yeah. And not to mention very good looking.
And he's incredibly good looking. Rozan said if she wasn't with me, she'd date him.
I did.
And she is. You see, he's a good looking guy. You've probably seen him at one of the stores. Always working.
Always. Quietly watching.
And I'm pretty sure, ladies, that one of your very single and respectful daughters would be very well suited for Chris. So if we could get a dating pool happening for the guy, come on. Ladies, I'm just letting you know there's an eligible bachelor out there who's going to be a business owner right here in the state of Connecticut. And I think his parents would be very, very happy to possibly be the grandchild to your
grandparent
to your grandchild. That's what I'm saying. I
just want to say one more time, Rozan is playing no part in this.
Ah, come on.
No, I really like Chris. I think he's a sweetheart, but I think he's got his head on straight, and I think he's got goals, and he's got things lined up in a perspective.
I think there's a good Christian girl out there that would be suitable for him.
There may be, but until you're ready, you're not ready. And
yeah,
I think
I'm not.
He's lining up his ducks. He's getting his little world prepared.
But listen, if he doesn't move on this, the parents are talking about an arranged marriage. Okay?
What, are they sending him to Iran?
Yeah, whatever the case may be. He said they're going to pick one out. One of these women will bring us a grandchild. Something like that's got to happen, okay? But Chris, I just want to let you know that, listen, no hurry. I'm kidding. It's a hurry. Find somebody. Date a little bit.
Jerry, Lori, I'm sorry.
Oh, how about
I
this?
love you, but I'm not.
You don't have to marry anyone. Just go out on a date. Give them hope. Give them hope. It was like, hey, Chris is going on a date. This will bring joy to your mother's heart. She'd be like, he's going out on a date today, honey. Yes, it would bring them joy.
Are we sending a camera crew along just to make sure that it does actually happen? That there's actually a date? No.
A reality show.
No. Huh.
There's some marketability here I hadn't thought of. Well, you said you were out of it. Now you're into it. See, there's a possibility.
No.
Chris, listen, we're doing this for you. Well, truth be told, your father slipped me a check. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That did not happen. But, he's young. He's going to be 30 soon.
He's still young.
I know, but I mean, at this.
How old was Rush Limbaugh when he got married?
Oh, very late.
How old?
I don't know, 50-something.
Yeah.
60-something even.
And he had kids?
No kids.
No. Well, I mean, there's always the adoption route.
You are not making a great case for Chris right now.
I'm just saying, how old is, didn't De Niro just have a kid?
What? Why would you even?
I'm just saying, he's like 90, because guys can have babies a lot longer than, and younger women are attracted to older, financially
I liked it better
men.
I liked it better when you wanted no parts of this.
I still want no parts of this.
Let's take a break. John Silva is in the WTIC newsroom. When we come back, we'll take Walter's phone call. Stand by for that. We're out of here.
This is WTIC News Talk 1080 with Brian and Company in the morning, Reese on the radio in the afternoon, and news around the clock. WTIC and WTIC FM HD2 Hartford and Odyssey Station.
92 degrees, the heat advisory up through 8. Also a chance for a late thunderstorm, some which could be severe and bring some flooding downpours. This all ahead of a front that will kick the humidity out of here. We'll have the forecast details coming up. There's been an arrest in connection with the stabbing death of a beloved cafe owner in Winchester. Carrie Stetson's estranged husband, 67-year-old Leon Stetson, arraigned on murder charges today from his hospital bed. In addition to murder, Leon Stetson is charged with violating a protective order and home invasion. State police say 54-year-old Carrie Stetson died from sharp force injuries on June 8th. Leon Stetson was found with serious injuries at the scene. Police were called to that Oak Street residence after someone reported finding blood in a bathroom. An arrest warrant says Leon Stetson tried to take his own life after killing Carrie. It also says Carrie had become unsafe and concerned due to Leon Stetson's, quote, increasingly volatile and dangerous behavior. A fatal shooting in Midland, Texas today. 11 were shot, one fatally, by a gunman this morning. Mayor Lori Blong says police established a perimeter.
The situation is now secured in that area, but we're still asking that all Midlanders stay put. If you're in that area, you don't need to be out and driving around or going to try to see anything.
At least 9 people have been treated at area hospitals. There was a incident at Bear Path Elementary School today. Someone phoned in a threat. That prompted school officials to evacuate the building. They had the 6th grade promotion ceremony scheduled for today, but they had to move that to another location as police did a sweep. This all started around 9:30. Took police about an hour or so to sweep the campus to find nothing out of the ordinary. Turns out officials say it was most likely a swatting incident. The group Danbury Unites for Immigrants confirms more ICE activity in the city this week. They say a toddler was left in a hot car for an hour on Wednesday as their father was held by ICE in a vehicle nearby. ICE says the man from Ecuador left the child as he attempted to flee. At least 6 people were seized last Thursday. ICE has not released their names or where they were taken. Danbury's Mayor Roberto Alves says it is clear the feds are not taking the worst of the worst.
For the most part, I do believe that ICE is picking up just folks who maybe had a motor vehicle infraction, but violation or something that could have been handled different. They're not looking at what they have possibly been contributing to society and to communities and to the workforce and economy.
ICE has not responded for requests for details about those who were seized last week. There's a movement to ban certain toxic chemicals from food packaging in the U.S. Lawmakers are backing the No Toxic Chemicals in Food Packaging Act. If passed, the measure would ban such chemicals as PFAS and bisphenols from packaging. Chemicals that experts say cause a number of illnesses, including certain types of cancer. Lisa Morrissey, the Deputy Director for the State Department of Public Health, says Connecticut has already taken a lead in the effort.
This legislation complements what Connecticut has already built and reduces cumulative exposure across all sources. Public health works best when we prevent harm before it occurs. This bill does exactly that.
Senator Richard Blumenthal, one of the bill's sponsors, says he's hoping HHH Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. comes on board. Kennedy's been a vocal opponent of additives and dyes in the nation's food supply. President Trump continues to insist a deal is at hand with Iran to end the war, but Iranian state media is saying not yet. Correspondent Karen Travers is at the White House.
A senior administration official says a couple of the things that are key to this deal right now is that Iran's nuclear material will be destroyed and removed, and that their program will be dismantled. They will not receive any money, no unfreezing of assets, until they perform, as this official put it, and it's not clear what that actually means.
WTIC News Time is 3:04. Checking traffic. Got some delays beginning to build in the Hartford area. 84 westbound backups reported out of East Hartford from exit 56 out to 45. Busy traffic into Hartford on 91 South in Windsor between exits 34 and 32. Most of the road work, it seems, at least in the Hartford area, has been picked up. And we also have some congestion beginning to build, delays on 84 eastbound out of West Hartford between exits 44 and 51. Meteorologist Melissa Constanzer has the WTIC Weather Center forecast.
It is hot and steamy outside with temperatures reaching the lower to mid 90s across the area. A couple of clouds out there, but there will be the chance for some thunderstorms to rumble around through the evening. These thunderstorms can be strong to severe. With them, expect flooding downpours, damaging wind gusts, and even the potential for some hail. After we get beyond the evening, clouds will break and it's a low of 67 tonight. Tomorrow, not a bad day for us. Mostly sunny, still hot, but less humid. It's going to be the best day of the weekend with a high of 90 degrees. Tomorrow night, we're mainly clear with a low of 63, and the heat and humidity inch back up again on Sunday as we turn breezy with clouds and sun and a high of 92. There will be a late-day thunderstorm Sunday afternoon. Monday, we're mostly sunny, not as warm, but it's still pleasant with a high of 79. And Tuesday should be a nice day with clouds and sun and a high of 76. This is meteorologist Melissa Constanzer in the WTIC Weather Center.
All right, 91 right now, partly sunny in Hartford. Dow's up 377 points today as SpaceX went public. NASDAQ ahead 94, and the S&P is up 39 points. For these stories and more, go to WTIC.com. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial pound law.
Nicholas Russo, 157 Church Street, New Haven, 06510.
Join us this Sunday for Tumalo Financial, your go-to for retirement planning and taxes. Tune in to the father-son duo from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. or catch replay from 5 to 6 p.m. Tumalo Financial, retirement planning with integrity on WTIC News Talk 1080.
Hi, Eric Hogarth with Money Wisdom. This week, we discuss the latest tips in financial planning and real solutions for your money questions. Don't just save, thrive with Money Wisdom on WTIC News Talk 1080.
This is a special notice to all U.S. taxpayers with back taxes owed to the IRS. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, you may now be eligible for relief through current IRS initiatives for struggling taxpayers. In some cases, taxpayers may qualify to reduce as much as 99% of what they owe. You may already be experiencing wage garnishment, liens, levies, or audits and be unaware of this important information. Call Guardian Tax now to see what relief you may be eligible for at 800-404-6851. By taking action today, you may be able to stop all collections and resolve your tax problem before your tax problem gets worse. Tax experts are standing by to review your case and fight to slash your debt dramatically. Don't let your tax problem get worse and miss this time-sensitive opportunity. Check your eligibility with Guardian Tax now. Call 800-404-6851. 800-404-6851. That's 800-404-6851.
Reese on the radio, making sense of the news. Yeah, even when it makes no sense at all. Now on WTIC News Talk 1080.
All right, we're back. Before we get on Dan Haar, let me get to Walter real quick because I skipped him when I was talking about between rounds. How we doing, Walter? What's up?
I just wanted to comment. I can't believe one of the 13 original colonies is not going to be represented down in D.C.
Well, that's not going to happen because we're going to represent ourselves. And I feel you. That's the that was exactly my reaction yesterday. It didn't take me 5 minutes after I saw that post that made me go, and I read the article and I just went, I don't know what's stopping us, because I looked it up immediately. There is nothing to stop us as private citizens or private businesses to go down there to D.C. to represent Connecticut.
Who are the other 4 states, Reese? Do you know?
I had a list here in front of me, but you know what? I think that they're the usual suspects, but I'll have it for you. I'll mention it. But we will find.
Rozan, is her son going into the military?
Yeah, he's going into the Citadel.
Thank you, Roseanne. Yes,
Oh,
he's headed to the
okay.
Citadel in next month.
Yep. My youngest goes in. He goes to Fort Benning on July 14th
Oh.
for basic.
Wow, infantryman?
11B.
Yep. So bang bang, as we call them.
Well, congratulations and Godspeed, sir.
Take care. Bye-bye.
You got it. Bye-bye. All right. As promised, on the line is none other than columnist from Hearst Media, Mr. Dan Haar. How are you, sir?
Great. Good afternoon. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you. So you went online on Bill Evans' Facebook page?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, whatever. But you just saw that he posted
to Bill Evans per se.
Well, you paid enough attention to watch the video and comment that I don't know who this Reese on the radio guy is, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. To which I said, I don't know what I'm talking about. The only thing that I did was convey what my audience, the people I actually talked to, conveyed to me about what Ned Lamont is doing as it relates to their Eversource bill. And that is, this defunct $200 sort of rebate that he was going to give. That fell through the floor. And then this $34 thing that's going to $34 rebate that was supposed to go from May all the way till October, I think it was, or maybe September. And they thought that these things, when we went out and asked and we interviewed people, as much as we talked to people on the air, they used the term being nickeled and dimed. So all I did was convey to what people were actually saying on the ground about these policies. And this was another attempt to do something too little, too late. And you then said that I didn't know what I was talking about, which doesn't seem to comport with the facts.
Correct.
Well, what were you trying to say?
Well, to say that these rebates are in some way connected to the economics of first of all, the $34 is not a rebate. That's the average decline of a bill.
Okay.
From the May 1st from the May 1st adjustment. There are 4 adjustments to electric rates per year, plus one that happens about every 5 years, but which hasn't really happened in more years than that. Mm-hmm. So there are lots of sort of cycles that I don't want to go into what's in each one. But the point is that the economics of energy is such that the price is going up, right? It doesn't matter whether you are Senator Ryan Fazio or Josh Elliott or Governor Ned Lamont. It doesn't matter, right? They can say whatever they want. The price of electricity is going up because the price of everything is going up, and the price of electricity is going up as a result of the need to pay for 3 things. One is increased infrastructure to support more use, AI and electric vehicles and all that. The other is pent-up costs that we haven't paid for yet. We have $1.2 billion on the books, and they're arguing about the proper amount, but Eversource is claiming $1.2 billion or $3 billion. Actually, it's up to $1.5 billion with interest for storm coverage from 2018 to 2023. That doesn't cover storms since or before 18, right? And then the third thing is just plain old vanilla inflation. The rates that we're paying now for distribution of electricity, that's separate from the electrons, that's separate from generation. For distribution, haven't been updated since 2018. There have been a couple of surcharges tacked on, but for the most part, the base rate hasn't changed since 2018. All these things are going up, right? So everybody is nibbling around the edges politically. And for example, what Senator Fazio, who's of course the presumptive nominee for the Republican Party for governor, is saying is let's take the public benefits charges, which go up and down dramatically depending on Millstone's rates. Let's take those off the bill and put them on the tax bill. The real purpose of that is that he doesn't want to pay for some of those things that are on there, conservation measures and measures to pay for people who can't afford their bills.
So glad you brought up the key point here, Dan.
Right.
Thank you.
The reality, just to finish that sentence, that piece of the bill is unbelievably small. Like
that
your
piece
bill is, you're really not paying very much money for your neighbor who doesn't have has a low income.
Dan, that's factually inaccurate. This is the reason why the arrogance in your statement immediately ticked me off, because I knew you didn't know what you were talking about. See, this is the part. Yeah, I knew from the get-go. I knew you didn't know what you were talking about. So you thought you
do.
No, Dan. I let you speak. I pretty much let you go on. Bottom line, you don't know what you're talking about if you think that the public benefits charge is a non-starter in the argument of the ratepayers and what they're paying for other people. First of all, you're arguing for the fact that people in Connecticut should pay for other people's bills. Are you making that argument before I even start off with my diatribe? Is that what you're suggesting?
All I said was that's a...
No. I'm not saying what you said. I'm asking you if you... Yeah, you said it's a small piece, but it is a piece of the bill, yes?
A piece, very small.
So, wait a minute. Do we have to have it, yes or no?
No.
Okay, so we could get rid of that. How much of the public benefits charge would be reduced if we weren't paying for other people's bills?
I think it's about $1 a month out of
about $1 a month,
200 and something, and that's maybe $1 a month.
How much? How much are businesses
to figure out how much it is?
I know how much it is because I've gone through a lot of these bills. So how much is a private business paying in public benefits charge versus their own regular usage?
Well, just to be clear, public benefits is a whole bunch of things, not just paying for
I'm well aware of. See, this is the part where I'm going. Dan, listen to me. I work like an attorney. I never ask a question I don't already know the answer to. That's why I'm asking you. And you said I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to prove to you that I know. The question is this. For a private business, right? Let's say Between Rounds. You're familiar with them, right? They have 3 stores, one of which is a franchise. So let's just take the 2 stores, okay? One in South Windsor, the other one is in Vernon. Let's take those 2 stores. What are they paying in the public benefits charge? What percentage of their bill is the public benefits charge? Let's take $1,000.
Right now, it's a credit.
It's a credit, but no. What was it? What has it been since Lamont's tenure?
It's gone from being, I would say, the max was 20% of the bill. I'd have to look. I don't think it was ever more than 15 or 20% of your bill. And right now, it's a credit. Right now, public benefits are a negative. You are paying negative money for public benefits. It's a credit.
Rozan?
You're getting money back. Your bill, it is a credit.
Hold on. Rozan?
I'm still looking for, I looked this up. The average person is paying on the lower end about $100 a month into public benefits charge. Now, I want you to understand that when you look up what the public benefits charge is, it is not to pay for your neighbors who can't afford. It's actually going to Eversource, who is giving that money to private investors to invest in nuclear power and solar power and wind power. They are not using this money to take care of the poor. They're using this money to they're taking my money and your money and giving it to investors so that they can make money off of their investments.
Because the public benefits charge pays for Ned Lamont's green ambitions. We know that because we have been covering this since the get-go. We have been following this for over 3 to 4 years. I did a deep dive into some of the money that even went to the Connecticut Green Bank, to the amount of money that was going there and how much money that was going into low-income housing and efficiency programs, doing things like retrofitting people's houses and people who are making under $74,000, how many homes they actually did retrofit in new greenhouse emissions and whatever products like air conditioning and solar panels. We did the whole thing, which turns out that there were only 75,000 homes that they actually retrofit through the Connecticut Green Bank, but they're still getting well over $200 to $300 million, much of it that was being pulled out of the public benefits charge. Now, Dan, you said you know this, so please tell me that you knew exactly all of that I just recited to you.
All right. Well, first of all, there's no $100 average from public benefits. That implies $100 average from public benefits implies 14 cents per kilowatt hour, and that's just not what is on the bill. That's never been that high.
Are you serious?
In my recollection, it's at a peak, it was probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 cents.
Really?
I don't think it's
so what were people, so you're saying that there was nobody, so all of these people who were posting online that they were paying, bills. Right, they were showing their entire bill, where sometimes their public benefits charge was higher than their usage. You're going to tell me that didn't happen?
Public benefits.
No,
than
it's
when
a
you-
simple
when you say
question.
usage.
You made,
What do
listen,
you
when
mean,
you
what is
start,
usage?
when I said the actual pay of their usage, in essence, I turn on my lights, I turn off my lights, I turn on my washing machine, I turn off my washing machine. The people who were posting their bills that said, this is what I used, this is what I paid for delivery, and here's my public benefits charge, that was far more than the actual usage. There is a difference. Do you not understand what I'm saying to you?
There was one lady who posted her bill. Her usage was $425. All of the other added fees and then the public's benefits charge was $800. Her total bill was $1,200.
Yes. So are you saying that
No,
that's
there's
not
no-
happening?
That's never happened.
When you say usage, I don't know what that word means.
Have you ever used an
electricity?
Have you ever used electricity before?
I use electricity every day. I'm using
Wonderful.
it right
Have you
now.
ever looked at your bill?
I look at it every month.
Okay, so do you see a little word on there where it says usage? You would see rate per
I don't
kilowatt
recall.
hours.
The bill is broken down into 4 parts. It's generation.
Do you see the word
delivery.
usage anywhere?
I don't
the
have it in
amount
front
that
of me.
you've used.
Okay, well,
that's
tell
called
me.
usage. Your kilowatt hours, your cents per kilowatt hours. Have you ever seen
Okay,
that number?
So that's generation. That's the largest part of the bill.
That's called usage. Okay, generation, usage, whatever. We're on the same page with what that word is, right?
Okay.
So when a woman
public
shows us
benefits
her
has
bill,
never been
and
higher
a
than-
woman says
than
that her
generation. It's
bill,
never that-
her
it doesn't happen.
generation
Stop
is
for a second. Hold on. I want to
$400.
hold on. This is a very important distinction, and I'm going to let you finish, Rozan. You said the word never, Dan.
Yeah.
You're certain of
Public
that?
benefits has never been higher than generation.
Never?
Generation is larger than public benefits. That would not be, you wouldn't find that.
So you've never seen it, is what you're saying?
I've never seen it.
Okay, but so Dan, saying that you've never seen it doesn't mean it's never been, because people are posting this online, and I'm trying to figure out, like, have you not seen the reason why people have turned this into an issue is because they have shown their bills online. It's everywhere. People who have shown their bills that say that the public benefits charge is completely outlandish compared to their own private usage. There are people, that's the reason why this story blew up. You know this.
Public benefits right at this moment are a credit, not a charge.
I understand.
But why are they a
You're-
credit? Why is there a $34 credit coming to people right now?
You're confusing two things. The $34 is a reduction from the average.
Okay, why is it? Okay, so why is there a reduction then?
The reduction is because gas prices went up.
Wrong.
Okay,
You are
if
getting
you
a
wanna-
$34 credit because Eversource overcollected from everybody. This is a temporary credit that goes from 1 May to September. After that, do you know what happens? Then Pura goes back and reviews all of the electric collected, all of the energy collected, and then they make the determination whether or not the bills can afford to come down. However, Eversource is already indicating an 11% increase in their bill.
You know this, don't you, Dan?
Okay, you're confusing.
I'm confusing nothing.
Wait, let me finish.
I'm confusing
you're
nothing.
So many concepts here that it would take a few minutes to tease it out.
Please feel free.
First
Let's
of
do
all-
this.
Okay, first of all, nobody objected more than Eversource in 2024 to Eversource overcollecting. Eversource vehemently wanted to not overcollect. They wanted that to not happen. Pura forced them to overcollect. So that's just a fact. Second of all, the money that Eversource collects is not part. The only part of the bill that is related to Eversource profits is distribution and transmission. Public benefits and generation are a pass-through. They have nothing to do with how much money Eversource makes or keeps. It's just a pass-through.
Dan, with all due respect, you're having an argument with us, or you're having a debate with us about what we are not talking about.
Right.
We are talking about the consumer, the ratepayer here. You are saying that everything that they are talking about is untrue while you defend the rates that they are paying. One, you're saying that this isn't happening to their bills when they have already displayed that it has, and you're making a debate about what Pura did versus what Eversource did and how the governor is no way responsible for any of this.
I really need something.
Go ahead.
I'm going to quote a citation here, and I'd like you to go ahead and take a second, if you can, to look this up. This would be on May 19th, 2025 at 7:30 a.m. from the Connecticut Mirror. It was written by John Moritz. what to
Yes.
know about the public benefits charge on your electricity bill. What did you say the average person was paying? What was the percentage?
14.
18 to...
No, I don't. Right now, it's a credit. It's been as high as...
No. We're talking about we're talking about the time of this article. At the time of this
We're
article.
not talking about a credit. We're talking about historically, right? You're talking about today, what people are getting back, right? We're talking about why people no longer want this. You gave us a number, the average percentage that a person would be paying for their bill. What was your quoted average percentage?
There's no average. It goes way up. It goes up and down.
Yeah, you said
There's
what?
no average.
Okay, but you did say 14%.
I'm sorry, you said...
No. The 14 that I said was that if public benefits are going to be $100 or more, that translates to 14 cents per kilowatt.
Okay, that's what it was.
18 to 20.
That's higher than public benefits have been. They haven't
Average
been that high.
public benefits charge paid per household, 18 to 20% of typical bill.
Okay.
Reporting $100 or more dollars per month. And I just gave you the citation. You can go ahead and look it up. The Connecticut Mirror, May 20.
The typical bill is about 200. Yeah, I know John. I worked with John for years.
Okay.
I had yes. I was his editor for a while. I understand. I know John. I know what he writes. I read what he writes.
Okay.
The typical bill right now is an average bill. And by the way, just so that you know, the average bill is way more than most people pay, because when you're calculating an average, you include the wild outliers, right? So, for example, the average pay in Connecticut is way more than most people make, because Ray Dalio and Steve Cohen...
Okay, we don't need to go off into the weeds on how averages work. We got it.
Right.
What I want to talk about is why people are upset with the public benefits charge if it's only $3 or $4 a month.
Wait, hold on. You completely put words in my mouth. I never
we're
said
asking.
that.
That's what we're asking.
How much?
Never said
How
that.
much
What
money
I-
are
hold on,
people
hold on.
actually paying? That's the point. Is how much is the average person? You know what? How much is a guy in a 3-bedroom house with 3 kids and a wife? How much is that guy paying every month for his energy bill? Since you have a
I would
better
say
grasp
that-
of the numbers
that
than I do.
person- Yeah, I do have. I'm glad you said. I do have very much of a grasp of those
yes,
numbers.
you do.
That
Please educate me.
That person should be paying. First of all, if you're using air conditioning, that's about doubles or triples your bill. So you have to average that out over the year. But average
Now
over
we're
the year,
averaging
that
again.
person should be paying about $180 a month total, all in. For everything.
Okay, stand by. I got to go to a break, Dan. We're gonna return to this on the other side of the break when we get into news. I'm going to challenge that claim. You said the average bill about how much?
I would say $180, $190 a month.
Okay, you got it. Okay, stand by. We'll calculate that and then we'll return. Dan Haar is with us on the phone. We're talking about Pura, Eversource, the governor, and your electric bills when we return right here on Reese on the Radio.
There's a lot happening in Washington and in your local neighborhood. Follow WTIC News Talk 1080 on the Odyssey app to keep up with the latest.
See website for details. BillsHappen.com is not a lender. It does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
Honey, everything is so expensive, and our bills are piling up.
You're telling me credit cards are maxed out, rent is due, and the car payment's right around the corner? We need some extra cash.
We should do what my friend from work did. She went to BillsHappen.com and got the money she needed the next day.
Our credit is not great. Are you sure that would work for us?
BillsHappen.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with all credit types get up to $5,000.
Sounds like it's going to be a hassle.
My friend said it was super easy. She did it right from her phone during her lunch break.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan for up to $5,000, and your cash can hit your bank account the next day. BillsHappen.com's lenders have millions of dollars to lend, regardless of your credit history.
Guess what? I went to BillsHappen.com, and we're getting our money tomorrow.
Wow, that's fast. Problem solved.
If you need extra cash, go to BillsHappen.com. That's BillsHappen.com. BillsHappen.com.
Tune in to How to Retire with Fuchs Financial.
The main thing for the majority of the listeners out there who are approaching retirement is I don't want to be surprised.
Helping you build, preserve, and manage your wealth.
You've got Roth IRAs, you have individual accounts. And finding the right taxable strategy, that's going to be huge for you.
Tune in to How to Retire with Ben Fuchs, Sundays at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. right here on WTIC News Talk 1080.
Have you ever felt like you were living just a B or B plus life? It's so dangerous to live that, more dangerous than a B minus or a C plus life, because when you're living a B or B plus life, you don't change it. You think it's good enough. Is it? I'm Susie Welch. I host a podcast called Becoming You. People think, okay, an A plus life is not available to me, but there is a way. We are all in the process of becoming ourselves. Listen to Becoming You wherever you get your podcasts.
And now, a WTIC news update.
It's 3:30. Good afternoon. I'm John Silva. WTIC 1080 News. We have sunny skies, 91 degrees, and the forecast details are coming up. These hazy, hot, and humid conditions will persist this afternoon. Chance for some showers and maybe a thunderstorm late. After that, the front kicks out the humidity. Drier conditions prevail. It's still warm for the weekend, but a lot less humid. Some schools actually let out early today as a result of the heat. State police have arrested the estranged husband of a cafe owner and pillar of the Winstead community in connection with her death. Leon Stetson is charged with murder, home invasion, and violating a protective order. Troopers on Monday night found the body of Carrie Stetson with stab wounds. Leon Stetson was also injured, apparently in an attempt to take his own life. Bond was set at $3 million. They gave the all clear at Bear Path Elementary School in Hamden today. They had to evacuate the campus due to a swatting call implying a threat. Police did a sweep. Nothing found. They had to move the sixth grade promotion ceremony to another location while all this was taking place. Pakistan's prime minister says the U.S. and Iran have agreed to wording of an agreement aimed at ending their war in the Middle East. Pakistani Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif saying on a social media post today that mediators are working with both sides to finalize a deal. SpaceX has gone public, putting Elon Musk in line to become humanity's first trillionaire. SpaceX says in its IPO statement it's the only company building the integrated hardware and software infrastructure of the future across space, connectivity, and AI. However, corporate governance expert Nell Minow tells ABC she thinks the IPO is overvalued.
They lost money last year. The valuation just 2 years ago was much, much lower than it is now. And the transactions that supported the valuation are very sketchy.
WTIC News Time 3:32. Here's the forecast.
The rest of today is hot and sticky with highs in the lower to mid 90s. We will have some thunderstorms rumbling around through the evening hours. They could be strong to severe with heavy rainfall, damaging wind gusts, and hail. Tonight, our low is 67, and tomorrow, it's a mostly sunny, hot day, but less humid, a high near 90. Sunday will be hot and humid with clouds and sun, a high of 92 with a late afternoon thunderstorm. This is meteorologist Melissa Constanzer in the WTIC Weather Center.
All right, we currently have partly sunny skies, 92 the temperature in Hartford. Half hour before the close, market's still in positive territory. The Dow up 343 points now. The NASDAQ ahead 47, S&P's up 28. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
Support comes from Amazon Business. Unlock smart business buying with fast free delivery on millions of items and practical AI innovations that automate repetitive tasks so you can make smarter decisions faster. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
For decades, Morgan & Morgan has represented hundreds of thousands of people at their hour of need. Injuries on the job, car crashes, medical malpractice, and nursing home abuse. Social Security claims, dangerous drugs, and dangerous products. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason, and no firm is even close. Then we got to thinking, what if we could prevent these terrible events before they occurred? So we built the AI-powered People Protector. Simply visit peopleprotector.com and type in the product you have questions about before you buy it. Children's toys and accessories, cars, drugs, products, you name it, we got it. With our success, we decided to pay it forward for all of America. Our way of saying thank you for your trust all these years. Morgan & Morgan, protecting America. And if you've already been injured, just visit us at forthepeople.com.
Irby Fisher. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Tech, sponsored by Ethos.
NVIDIA is taking aim at the PC market with a new AI chip designed for Windows-based PCs. The NVIDIA RTX Spark chip is touted as being able to perform 1,000 trillion calculations per second. NVIDIA says the chip is designed for AI, content creation, and gaming for Windows laptops and desktop PCs. Rival chip makers, along with Apple, felt stock pressure from NVIDIA's new PC chip. I'm Jason Brooks.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
At a huge law firm, does your case feel lost? And at a small firm, they might not have the muscle to truly fight for you. At BPS Lawyers, we're small enough to give your case the personal attention it deserves, yet large enough with the resources and expertise to get the job done right every time. BPS Lawyers, your lawyers for life. Glastonbury, Hartford, Essex, East Hampton, New Hartford, and Simsbury. Visit bpslawyers.com or call 860-CALL-BPS. Nick Payne-Dearest is responsible for the content of this ad.
Hi, I'm Joe with SimpleSaleUSA.com, and I buy houses cash. If you own a house and want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me at 203-896-4000. I can pay cash and close in as little as 7 days. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and more importantly, anywhere in Connecticut. I'm a private real estate investor who buys several houses a month, and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorce houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that is trash and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying junk houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosure houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at 203-896-4000. That's 203-896-4000. 203-896-4000.
Whittlesey Accounting Advisory Technology wants you to think about golf. Travelers Championship opening day is in just 10 days.
Hartford, we've got a problem. Home care is in crisis and there aren't enough caregivers to meet the demand. So if you've got a loved one with Medicaid who needs care, don't wait. Freedom Care will help you get care at home from someone you already trust. A family member or friend who lives with you and can get paid to help with everyday needs like meals, medication, bathing, and mobility. If you have Medicaid, it's 100% free to you. No waiting lists. Just real care from your people right now. Freedom Care handles it all, training, payroll, and support. So you can stay safe and comfortable at home. And your caregiver gets paid tax-free after every shift, guaranteed. With 97% satisfaction and over 150 million hours of care delivered, Hartford families are already making the switch to care at home. Take care of your own and get paid with Freedom Care. Call 860-530-5203. That's 860-530-5203. Call now. 860-530-5203. 860-530-5203.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new brick you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really help me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-499-1424. 800-499-1424. 800-499-1424.
It's Reese on the radio on News Talk 1080 WTIC.
All right, we apologize for the long break because we're in a very, very in-depth conversation with columnist Dan Haar, who is on the phone. Let me get him back here real quick. I think I just did that wrong. There he is. Dan Haar.
Yeah, I don't have too much. That break was longer. It was a 15-minute ad break. I don't think you guys made a lot of money. You guys are making way more money than Eversource with all those ads. It's not even a close call. Anyway, I've got to wrap this up. I'd be happy to talk again on Monday or Tuesday. Well, I've got to wrap this up because I'm in a place where I can't stay right now. I'm illegally located in the
Well, Dan, how about this? Will you at least commit to come in and sit in the studio? You live in Connecticut. We're in Connecticut. We'd love to have you in so you can hang out for a little bit, and then you don't have to be someplace where you're not wanted. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that would be great. I'd be very happy to. There's a lot of confusion in the numbers that you're putting out there.
Well, this is well researched. This is well researched by myself and my wife, Rozan. So I trust you. And the people who are on the chat rooms right now, people are sending us their bills who are contesting exactly what you're saying. Yep. Like people like Dan doesn't know what he's talking about. They're showing me their Eversource bills.
A 4-bedroom, 1,600 square foot house, they are paying $450 almost for this summer.
Yeah, I mean,
a 4-bedroom house is $500 a month. Plus the solar is a separate charge.
So these people are literally yelling into their computers that they're going, Dan Haar is confused that this isn't what they're paying. On the ground, this is all different.
What can I tell you? Those people are way above average. Some people are way above average.
Okay, but these are just regular folks, but that's okay. But I'm glad. Listen, I'm glad that
you can say they're regular folks, but I can show you regular folks that are paying $50 and $60 a month.
This is a family of 4, where 3 of them work outside of the home 9 hours a day.
Yeah,
but yes, they're using a lot more electricity during the day.
That's my whole point.
Absolutely.
I'm going to come in. I got to wrap it up.
Go ahead. Don't worry about it, Dan. I appreciate you taking the time, though. Thank you for calling up. You got it, boss. Dan Haar, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I appreciate him coming in. I appreciate them calling in. You guys will scream and holler and be like, oh, he's a liberal. Like, I know. I'm well aware of it. I totally understand. But
I want a cigarette so bad right now. You have no idea how frustrating this was.
Look, I try.
I'm going to be called confused repeatedly.
It's no. Look. That is a defense mechanism on on Dan Haar. Here's the thing that I want to make abundantly clear. Okay, and now let me say this to the news media, writers and television hosts. Some of you get it, many of you do not. So hear me out. There's a reason why guys like me and Morgan Cunningham love AM radio and what we do right here. Here's why. Because as much as the news media has a social media account, they don't interact with you when you go into their comment sections. In most cases, they disable their comment sections. They don't even know what your reaction is to the stories that they are covering, even if said story is false. I need to finish this. If it isn't factual, there is no way, there's no communication between them and you. You may have information that says this. I'll never forget it. When WFSB posted the story that Mayor Arunin called the incident at the ICE facility a hit and run and played their own footage that they got from a bystander there, they were received from me 3 times Rozan's exclusive video that was parallel to the incident that caught it all on camera. The entire block. Yeah. It covered the whole thing. They never read it. They never used it.
No, in fact, they called your mommy and said that you were threatening them.
Exactly. No one ever used the video. So you get it? There's no back and forth in communication. That happens in the print media as well.
Right.
These guys print their article. They're not having an exchange. But right here live on WTIC, here we are talking to the people who are supposed to be informing you. And live and direct, you guys are contacting me. Reese, here's my bill. Reese, here's my bill. What is he talking about? And guess what? I'm conveying exactly what you have right to them. As if, for some odd reason, that is a foregone. I mean, it is absolutely miraculous that people can literally display their bills right here that completely dispels everything that they've been writing in their columns. That's what this is about. That's why we're better.
But these people are using higher than average. Like I called Adam 12, and his wife actually sent me their bill.
Yeah.
Right.
Dawn sent me 3 of hers.
We talked to Dana over at Stadium 15, by the way.
I'll mention it. Don't
okay.
worry, I'll get it.
These are people telling me how much they paid.
Yeah.
And this is their bill this month.
Yep.
Right? So I spoke with 3 different people. How many did you speak to?
I just spoke to 2 or 3.
And all the people that we talked to have higher than average bills. Mind you now, Adam 12, him, his wife, his son work outside of the home. The daughter technically lives there, but she's away at school.
Right.
You got 4 people living in that house
Right.
that are gone all day, every day, and they're still coming home to over $400 a month on electricity bills, but they're using an above average amount of electricity.
And we've been to their home
and
over at Adam 12.
solar panels.
Oh, that's right. Exactly. They have solar panels. But guess what? What's the most electricity they use? The refrigerator and television.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
we were there in the winter.
That's right.
And it was kind of cold because, the electricity bill is going to be higher in the winter.
exactly. But the bottom line is like, it's not like they're running around with blenders and appliances running.
Right,
It's
running,
literally the 2 of them at home.
Charging all 7 of their electric vehicles. No, they have regular cars. They're
Exactly.
normal people. And like I said, they're at work all day long. It's not like they are sitting in the house, all the lights on, cooking and baking and blending and air, what is that? Leaf blow.
Yeah.
These are normal people.
Exactly. And again, it's the whole idea of don't believe your lying eyes. And you're the ones with the bill.
And to look at people and say, listen, you don't know what you're saying. You're confused. This is someone who, from my own perception, I may very well be 100% wrong. He is being told, hey, this is what the average person is utilizing, so go ahead and use this information.
I got to give props to House Minority Leader Vin Candelara, who's clear. Vin, I didn't know you listened to this show that much. Knock it off. You're making me blush. No, Vin is listening to the program. He he sent me all of this. He's like,
he sent you his bill too?
He's sending me everything. My favorite part, let me read what some of this said. He said the public benefits piece where people are paying for other people's electric bills. That program is only 3 years old. So that's brand new charge that got put on everyone's bill. It's grown exponentially and currently is at $250 million and growing.
Yeah.
He said the fundamental problem with the public benefits charge is that it's all of these social programs that the liberals like. I didn't even get to that part. That's the most important part, and that's what I have right here.
Yep.
And he's missing that. These social programs are killing him. There's one. He sent me Eversource's own social media post, right? This was one that said Eversource, Connecticut. Oh, here it is. Sorry. I had to blow it up. Anyway, he says, upgrade to an Energy Star certified pool pump and get a $100 rebate while using less energy all summer long.
How much is the pool pump?
Wait. It gets better. At the bottom of where it says Eversource, it has one little fine print, which reads, paid for by a charge on the customer's energy bills.
That social media post was paid for by a charge from...
the rebate.
The rebate
is being paid for by you.
You're paying for your own money. You are paying... This is bullshit. You know what, Mr. What was his name? Haar? Mr. Haar, I hope you're still listening, because in case you're not listening, you have a state legislator who is telling you, a reporter, that you, sir, are in fact wrong. I am not confused. I am not misconstruing information. I learned how to read a long time ago, and research is sort of my wheelhouse. I can assure you, sir, that not only am I gathering appropriate and accurate information, I am voluntarily receiving information from people in positions of authority that are saying the same thing. You are telling people wrong information. You are misinforming the public. And I don't know if this is intentional. I don't know if it's willful ignorance. I don't know if it's just a lack of real knowledge on the situation.
I'm looking at Dawn's bill. Dawn shows me one. And this is where, again, Dan Haar is talking about what that number is today. But that's not the complaint. That is an election year tactic so that everybody feels better about the money that they've already been wasted.
Right.
That's already been wasted. So she sent me this. This is her bill from June 12th, right? This is today.
Today.
right? She says the supply, $60, 55 cents. Transmission, $22.76. Local delivery, $48.48. And the public benefits charge is $6.14. Now, she goes literally, and this is why I love her. She said right after that, I'm going to go to what she was sending me because she was sending it everywhere. She didn't want me to miss it. She sent it to me on Facebook. She sent it to me on my text message. I want to go to the Facebook page because this is, okay. So this bill is $181, and this is from April 14th. She writes, she shows the bill is $60.86. Transmission, $18.34. Local delivery, $53.46. And the public benefits charge. Remember what her supply was? $60. The public benefits charge in April was $40.
Wow.
So
that's 2/3 of her bill.
Boom. Now again,
it seems a little bit more than, 14 cents or whatever.
Yes,
he said.
it's
ridiculous.
gobbledygook.
And I want to know what this transmission is, right? Or this delivery. What are they like? They have a truck, like somebody comes every morning and delivers electricity to your house? Exactly.
They're calling it the transmission.
Because
in essence,
it's to come across a wire.
That's correct. Right, exactly. You're paying for that usage.
This
Again,
is ridiculous.
It is double dipping. I'm not going to lie.
I need somebody to come and deliver. If you're going to charge me that much, I want somebody to show up every day with a truck and hand me energy, like milk.
Clarify.
Leave it on my front doorstep.
Clarify that you said Bolshevik before somebody. People are going to say, did she just say what I think she said?
Bolshevik.
She said Bolshevik, not the other one. We got to take a break. We'll come back. More news, more views. We'll talk a little bit more about this. Don't send me any more of your bills. We believe you.
I'll take some bills.
We'll be back. It's Reese on the radio.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, or if I look like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. At Wesley, we've helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshare without me being an attorney. And I want to share with you how we do it. Just give my office a call, and you will not talk to an attorney. And I guarantee if we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare, or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free information kit. 800-714-9090. 800-714-9090. 800-714-9090.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-358-6868. That's 800-358-6868. Again, 800-358-6868.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Hey, he's your friendly neighborhood Reese on the radio. Right now on News Talk 1080 WTIC.
All right, we are back. Rozan, let me begin by saying, for starters, that you are getting the highest praise in the world for going up against Dan Haar. I don't know why. I didn't want you to get into a back and forth with him. This was my job.
Yeah, well, I love you, but you were being way too nice.
Why? What's wrong with me being nice?
I think people listen, when you're talking about our money and somebody that's actively being disingenuous, we'll call it that.
Okay.
Someone is actively disingenuous, people want answers. You know how you'll go after Lamont?
Yep.
No, answer the question I asked, right? Same thing here.
I hear you.
This was all me. I got the numbers. You're going to sit here. This man's going to sit here and tell you that you are wrong, that you have the wrong information. I'm going, oh, no, we don't. I did the research myself. I looked it up. I even gave him a citation. Listen, your own, as he verified, his own boy was contradicting everything he said. Your own, prior writer contradicted you by saying the average person was paying about $100 a month for this public benefits charge. And, I know him. We're friends. I used to be his. That's fantastic. Why don't you know what he's writing? If you know what he's writing, look into it. Investigate. Do your job. Investigate something. Don't just write down the pretty words, the bullet points that somebody gave you to write about.
Yeah, I don't want to assume that Dan is trying to cover for the governor.
No, if anything else, it is just lazy and
journalism?
Intellectually dishonest. You are just, here's a track of bullet points, pick out 4 of them, write a little blurb. We'll pay you for it. That's what it feels like.
And again, this is the point that I said in the beginning. This is why, look, and again, this is, if it's a slight on you, you can improve on this, okay? News media, television, and print, okay? When you write a story, there are going to be people on the ground, maybe people who were there, or maybe people who know more or better. Do not take them for granted. You have to utilize them. And you have to say, when you see that in the article, like you put an article out there and you don't pay attention to the people who are in there and going, look, no offense, but this is factually inaccurate, and let me explain why. Here's my evidence for it. If you look at them and just go, well, I know better, that arrogance will get you nowhere. It will get people to dismiss you. Yep. And that's the reason why all these people are screaming at me going, they're like, oh, he's a hack. And I don't want to just call him a hack. I just want to break down.
That's not the adjective I got.
Yeah, I don't want to go through all the thing about whether or not he's a hack. Here's what I want to do. I want to debate him on the merits of his argument. And when he says we don't know what we're talking about, or he says that it's confusing, it isn't. You displayed it. You all responded to everything that he said, and you were all going, I don't know what bill he's looking at, but he's clearly not looking at ours. And this is what I would suggest to the rest of you in the media. Pay attention to your audience. They will help you navigate through the truth. Stop telling them what the truth is and find out what the truth is. That's why radio is better at this than you are. Because these guys could pick up the phone and call us on our BS. And we encourage it. Just like they did here. We encourage it. So hopefully you'll get the idea. If not, that's how it goes.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah. Mark Christopher is out today. So we've got Sue Aller. She's filling in for him. She's in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center.
I'm Sue Aller from the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. Traffic is brought to you by Columbia Implant Center in Manchester. Jam-packed on this Friday afternoon, eastbound 84 between exits 44 and 51, and you're hitting the brakes westbound between exits 56 and 45. You're also stop and go on the southbound side of 91 from 291 all the way down to 84. Traffic moves slow, but your transformation shouldn't. Columbia Implant Center provides full dental implants in just one visit. Open 7 days a week in Manchester to fit your busy life. Get your smile back today at ColumbiaImplantCenter.com. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
It is hot and steamy outside with temperatures reaching the lower to mid 90s across the area. A couple of clouds out there, but there will be the chance for some thunderstorms to rumble around through the evening. These thunderstorms can be strong to severe. With them, expect flooding downpours, damaging wind gusts, and even the potential for some hail. After we get beyond the evening, clouds will break, and it's a low of 67 tonight. Tomorrow, not a bad day for us. Mostly sunny, still hot, but less humid. It's going to be the best day of the weekend with a high of 90 degrees. Tomorrow night, we're mainly clear with a low of 63, and the heat and humidity inch back up again on Sunday as we turn breezy with clouds and sun and a high of 92. There will be a late-day thunderstorm Sunday afternoon. Monday, we're mostly sunny, not as warm, but it's still pleasant with a high of 79. And Tuesday should be a nice day with clouds and sun and a high of 76. This is meteorologist Melissa Constanzer in the WTIC Weather Center.
Get a head start to your day with WTIC News Talk 1080. Listen to us live on the Odyssey app before you even hit the road. Get the breakdown on the biggest news stories that Connecticut is talking about. To get started, download the Odyssey app and search for WTIC News Talk 1080.
This is WTIC News Talk 1080 with Brian and Company in the morning, Reese on the radio in the afternoon, and news around the clock. WTIC and WTIC FM HD2 Hartford and Odyssey Station.
It's 4 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News. We have partly sunny skies in Hartford and a temperature of 91 degrees. And again, as you heard in the weather there, we've got the chance for some thunderstorm activity as we head through this Friday afternoon. An arrest has been made in connection with the stabbing death of a beloved cafe owner in Winstead. Carrie Stetson's estranged husband, Leon Stetson, now charged with murder. He was faced a judge virtually from a hospital bed today. In addition to the murder charge, Leon Stetson is also facing charges he violated a protective order against Carrie Stetson as well as home invasion. State police say it was Monday night that Carrie died from sharp force injuries. Leon Stetson was found with serious injuries at the scene of an Oak Street residence. He was taken to the hospital where he currently is now. Someone called police after reporting finding blood in a bathroom of that Oak Street residence. The arrest warrant says Leon Stetson had tried to take his own life after killing Carrie. It also says Carrie had become unsafe, she thought, due to Leon Stetson's increasingly volatile, dangerous behavior. He's due back in court later this month. Police responded to an active shooter situation in Midland, Texas today. More from correspondent Chuck Sievertson.
Lori Blong.
We do have 11 known victims at this time. There's at least one victim that is dead on the scene.
A statement from the city says the shooter is dead. The mayor.
The situation is now secured in that area, but we're still asking that all Midlanders stay put. If you're in that area, you don't need to be out and driving around or going to try to see anything.
A local news report was quoting witnesses saying the two people were shot while waiting at a stoplight and that the shooter had barricaded inside a building.
Teachers in Stamford are filing a grievance over what they call last-second layoffs and transfers for next school year. After assurances that no layoffs were on the way, 5 teachers are losing their jobs and 31 are being involuntarily transferred, many to special ed positions they feel they're not qualified for. Brittany Suma is one of those teachers.
I was told weeks ago that I would be staying in 4th grade. I was pulled in at 3:30 p.m. yesterday and told I'm being moved to a self-contained special education classroom. I had no words. I was very confused.
Teachers want the Board of Ed to step in again, but just 2 months ago, the board blocked the transfer of 2 principals by the outgoing superintendent. Suspected swatting incident at an elementary school in Hamden caused some issues today. Police and school officials say the threat was made against Bear Path Elementary this morning. It was about 9:30 when the message came in, according to the superintendent. They ended up having to move the 6th grade promotion ceremony to another location while police did their investigation and swept the area. Nothing out of the ordinary was found. They gave the all clear around 10:30. Hold the phone on President Trump's anti-weaponization fund for those who feel they've been wronged by the government. A federal judge in Virginia has issued an injunction. The fund was to have been part of a settlement of a lawsuit Trump brought against the IRS.
Judge Leonie Brinkema said she issued the injunction in part because the Justice Department's lawyer couldn't say why the acting attorney general hasn't rescinded his order establishing the fund. Todd Blanche has insisted the fund isn't moving forward. But the judge pointed to President Trump's own recent comments supporting payments to alleged victims of government weaponization as evidence the fund might one day, in her words, rear its head.
It's correspondent Stephen Portnoy. And the hero of Wednesday's miracle in Manhattan says people have been reaching out to him left and right. Knicks wing OG Anunoby tipped home the winning basket with just over a second left to lead New York to a rousing win in Game 4 of the NBA Finals, coming back from 29 points back to beat the Spurs and putting them a win away from their first title in 53 years.
Definitely heard from a lot of people, but I mean, just because of the championship stuff, I'll bring up my Raptors teammates that I used to play with in the past. They hit me up. They were really excited for me, happy for me.
The tip-off to Game 5 tomorrow in San Antonio, set for 8:30. Dow finished up 353 points today. The NASDAQ gained 79 and the S&P was up 37. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
I'm John Morgan. There are many reasons to hire Morgan & Morgan for your injury case. Reason number 3. First, all lawyers are not the same. If my family had an injury case and I couldn't hire us, there are only about 3 to 4% of the lawyers out there that I would hire. And here's why. Most of them rarely, if ever, go to trial. They just take the last best offer. Hell, you can do that yourself. Do this. If you're looking for a lawyer, Google Morgan & Morgan results and see what comes up. It may shock you. Then Google the firm you're thinking of hiring and do the same. That may shock you as well. We became the largest injury firm in the world for a reason. We won a lot. $30 billion and counting. Morgan & Morgan. For the people.com. Who would I hire? I'd hire us. Injured? Dial pound law.
Nicholas Russo, 157 Church Street, New Haven, 06510.
Reese is on the radio. Here we go now. He's on the radio. One time, he's on the radio. Give it to him now. He's on the radio. We never finish 'cause the party don't stop. The way we consider the politics, we on top. We flip it like sandals, except we never flop. And when we drop, you know we gon' pop. Reese is on the radio. Here we go now. Reese is on the radio. One time, come on. Reese is on the radio.
Oh, it's your girl.
Reese is on the radio.
We're back. Reese on the radio. Second half coming up. We're going to have Isabelle Roode on the program. She's calling in. And then we will continue on with our conversation about getting Chris Puya a date. And no, I'm kidding. We got plenty of stuff to get into other than that. Stand by for it. We got the stupidest thing I read today and Negro nonsense all wrapped up into one. Don't miss that.
Special.
Also, it's special. And we're going to talk about some other things. I know there's a full-blown federal investigation that is a criminal probe into Aaron Stewart. I'll give you some of the details on that as well. Plus, I heard that one of the first press conferences I went to with Ned Lamont was about the recruitment and retention of firefighters and police officers. Well, there are new details in that proposal that he held a big press conference for that are going to make a lot of people mad, and it should. We'll talk about that as well when we get back. Like I said, Isabelle Roode joins us shortly. Stand by for that. And we'll be back. Here's another check of weather and traffic. Mark Christopher's out, and here is Sue Aller filling in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center.
I'm Sue Aller from the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. Well, the Friday getaway is already underway. You are hitting those brakes on Route 2 westbound as you head into 84, then more slowdowns as you make your way across the Founders Bridge. Eastbound 84, stop and go between exits 44 and 51. You're also slammed on the westbound side between exits 56 and 45. The southbound side of 91, that's also stop and go between 291 all the way down to 84. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
Sponsored by Petro Home Services.
To stay cool and save this summer, you need the best AC system tune-up and repair services. Go with your local HVAC pros. Go with Petro. For special offers, go to petro.com or call 844-482-2496 today.
WTIC weather.
Well, it is a hot, humid one out there. As we come down from highs in the mid-90s, there can be a few showers, thunderstorms building into this evening. Those thunderstorms, by the way, can bring heavy rainfall that could lead to localized flooding, damaging wind gusts, and even the potential for hail. Eventually, it will clear out tonight, a low of 67, and tomorrow, mostly sunny, still hot, but less humid. It's really the best day of the weekend as we had a high near 90 degrees. Tomorrow night will be mainly clear, a low of 63, and by Sunday, we're still hot and also becoming a little more humid with sun and clouds, a high of 92 degrees. There is a late afternoon thunderstorm that'll pass through too. Monday, mostly sunny, and here's where we get the relief. It's a pleasant day with a high of 79. Tuesday, pleasant with sun and clouds, a high of 76. Right now it's 89 in South Windsor, 89 in Bristol, and 92 in Hartford. This is meteorologist Melissa Constanzer in the WTIC Weather Center.
Hi, Eric Hogarth with Money Wisdom. This week, we discuss the latest tips in financial planning and real solutions for your money questions. Don't just save, thrive with Money Wisdom on WTIC News Talk 1080.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial pound law. Nicholas Russo, 157 Church Street, New Haven, 06510.
Brian Shackman here for Serta Pro Painters. Now is the time to do it. If you've been putting it off, Serta Pro Painters can provide that free estimate. They can do it quickly and at the right price. I can tell you they did my kitchen and it was phenomenal. You never have to wonder about what's next. Serta Pro Painters, they give reliable updates, and they're always in communication. And listen, schedule your free estimate online right now at CertaPro.com. That's Serta with a C. CertaPro.com. That's Serta with a C.
Each Serta Pro Painters business is independently owned and operated.
If you own a small business, the pressure never lets up. Something's always coming at you. That's why business owners turn to LendSeek for funding.
I don't need promises. I need options. LendSeek's AI platform showed me real funding choices. Now I can cover payroll, handle taxes, and go after growth opportunities without the daily stress.
Up to $5 million with funding in as fast as 24 hours. No upfront costs. No prepayment penalties. Start ready, stay ready. LendSeek.com. LENDSEEK.com.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2026 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
It's Reese on the radio on News Talk 1080 WTIC.
All right, our guest is on the line here. Here she is, powerhouse, I don't even know what to say, powerhouse teenager, entrepreneur, candidate for the 40th District on the line. Yesterday, she traveled around Mars and was back in time to finish her homework and a final exam. Let's give it up for Isabelle Roode on the program. Is there anything that you haven't done this year, young lady?
I don't know. It's been really busy so far, but
you got a busy. Listen, I'm almost positive that your Sundays are busy. Like you, I don't know a day that you rest. I mean, I guess you have the energy for it, but Isabelle, I'm so thankful for you to be here. I would have loved to have you in the studio, but I know you had some transportation issues on getting down here, but that's no problem. I'm in awe of you. I've been excited for this conversation since last week when I heard you were going to come on. you're a phenomenon, and people should know about you just because of the things that you have put your mind to as a teenager. You give the rest of us hope for our future. Let's start with the obvious. What kind of business do you own? I guess that's the one that I'm more interested in.
Yeah, so I have a cake business. I run it out of my house.
Okay. So you do everything from birthdays, anniversaries, or just run-of-the-mill cake making, like somebody just wants a cake for whatever occasion?
Yep.
Wow. And was baking something that you did when you were younger? I'm assuming it sounds like something you started with your parents, maybe your mom or even your dad.
Yep. So I would always bake every weekend with my grandma, and it really inspired me to use it as a creative outlet, and I made a business out of it.
Wow. Okay. So doing it out of your home gives you an opportunity to do everything you possibly do. Cake takes a long time to bake. You can get homework done at the same time, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's amazing. So you do that. I'm assuming that's been encouraged by your parents. Then you do something that a little personal to me because my brother is in the same field. You are an emergency medical technician, as my wife, who's a trained medic in the Army. You decided to become an EMT.
I did.
Talk to me a little bit about that. You are short for words. It's like, so talk to me a little bit about that. What inspired that?
Yeah, so I saw an advertisement on Facebook my junior year of high school. It looked like something I was interested in, and I joined the fire department. Then shortly after, I got my EMT certification, and I started volunteering at Mystic River Ambulance and Old Mystic. And just recently, I got a job working with the city of Groton as an EMT.
Wow. And now it is a volunteer position. Is that correct?
It's volunteer and paid. So I volunteer. Yeah.
Oh, no. Tell me more. Is it volunteer and paid? So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I volunteer with Mystic River Ambulance, and I also work for the city of Groton as an EMT.
Nice.
Wow.
Are you looking to go get I'm assuming you're EMTB. Are you looking to get your P, or are you looking to stay in the medical field? What is your ultimate desire with this? Or are you just enjoying it for today and not today, but just trying to see where it goes?
Well, I'll be going to college for psychology, and hopefully I'll become a psychiatrist. So in the meantime, I'm getting my clinical hours as an EMT.
Ah, good.
That's and again, this literally just came from an ad on Facebook.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So cake making, EMT, these things are going off the beaten path. There's no I can't find one line that goes to the other.
I don't think it's fair to try to pigeonhole. This is a young woman who sees things that intrigue her, and she just goes for it. I think that should be applauded.
Which brings me to the obvious, where we are now. You're running for office. You seem to be like a jack of all trades. Like, so whatever that comes your way, you seem to be interested in. Hey, I'm going to try that now.
Absolutely. And I guess I've always been kind of drawn to exciting and challenging things, and this is just the next one up.
Yeah, I feel like you would have been that person in school that we always hear about. Rozan's son is very much like that. The work gets done really quickly, and you're waiting for the next challenge. You almost feel like the classroom or wherever you are is just running too slow for you. Like, what's the next thing? Let's get to the next thing. So we get into public office, and we decide that we're going to run as a House representative for the 40th District. How did that come about?
So my cousin is an outreach for Heather Summers, and I was at a family dinner, and I told her that I was interested in getting involved in politics.
Yeah, we know Heather. Okay. And so did she help you or steer you in this direction?
Yeah, she did. So she invited me down to the Capitol during session. I got to go down there and watch everybody debate, and it was really interesting, and I was instantly intrigued. So, and then her outreach asked me, do you want to run for state representative? And I thought she was joking at first. But I was like, are you serious?
So what is your platform? What is it that you're hoping to, what change are you hoping to bring about?
Yeah, that's an interesting question for somebody who is 17 and going to be 18 on Election Day. I don't like the term out of the mouths of babes because I think that you're just developing. The world is kind of brand new to you. So many people may ask, Isabelle, you're 17 years old. What would intrigue you, or what type of change would you like to bring to the district you would represent?
Well, first off, I want to keep young people here in Connecticut. Our biggest issue is people are leaving because it's too expensive. It's ridiculous.
And
So-
okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, it's really just trying to find ways to build incentives for young people to stay here so we can continue to build our economy.
I think one of the things that will automatically be attractive is the fact that this time around there are so many young people who are running like yourself. You know, TJ Duarte, who's running for mayor of Waterbury. He is in our chat room right now, and he said, Isabel's got this election in the bag, so he's rooting for you. He's the same age.
Yeah.
And you know, so many young people are getting in there. By 2020, you and TJ are two of the youngest who are getting involved in this. But I think the attraction is you are going to be able to convey your message in like young people staying when they see their representation in their age group. Do you think that that's kind of can be used as a factor here?
Oh, absolutely. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to run, is to encourage young people to get civically involved and see that there's a hope for their future.
Were you always into politics? Did your parents sort of like watch the news, talk about politics? Is anybody like politicians in your family or in your immediate family?
Well, Heather Summers used to live across the street from me.
Oh, that's a start.
And so I would always go over there for any sort of event or fundraiser, and it was definitely inspiring to see her as a little girl, and I think that definitely played a part in my decision to run.
Yeah, that's, you know, people say that when you become sort of familiar with the speech, if you will, like having gone to those events, you hear people talking about certain things and then you start to pick up on them and then you start to investigate them a little bit and you have that sort of more knowledge than the average person does. So when you hear a conversation, you'll be at the coffee house, someone will be talking about politics and then you can convey what you've learned. I always feel the best way you can teach someone is to act, or the best way for you to learn something is to teach it to someone else. Somebody said that the other day to me. I was like, that's an interesting way to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So, out of high school, graduated?
Yep, next week.
Oh, goodness gracious. So, graduating from high school next week, even though you very well likely could be a House representative, is college in your future?
Yep, I'll be going to community college.
Okay.
And hopefully transferring to a state school.
Okay. And I don't know I guess it's kind of early to ask, but do you have a major? Is it going to be, well, you said you want to be a psychiatrist, so I'm assuming it'll be in that.
It'll be psychology.
Oh, it's psychology. Now, I understand the difference between psychology and psychiatry is that psychologists can't give you meds.
Psychiatrists are doctors, and they have done a lot more extensive work.
How long does it take you to get a psychiatry degree?
So first you have to do 4 years of undergrad, take the MCAT, apply to med school, and then apply for residency.
So we're talking a good, 8 to 12 years?
Yes.
Damn. Well, you know what? Who am I talking to? It's Isabelle Roode. She could do this with her hands tied behind her back. Is there anything that you don't do? I'm almost certain that you can save a life, bake a cake, and pass your exams all in the same hour.
Probably. I'm challenging maybe get a Belgian Malinois and train it. Why not?
What is that?
A Belgian Malinois. They're amazing dogs. They're usually used for like the police, canines and things like that. It's just something random.
You just threw something out there.
Yeah, why not?
If we're gonna challenge her, let's just throw dog training in there.
How I feel about dogs.
Yeah, right.
Isabelle, thank you. I appreciate you coming in. I noticed that there isn't a website. Is there one that is coming soon? Because, and by the way, who are you running against?
So my website is in the making right now. I have a few people from the House up in Hartford to work on that. And then my opponent is Dan Gajewski.
Okay, I do know who he is. Are you, or is there a possibility that there will be a debate between the two of you? If there isn't, would you like one?
So I think WFSB is going to arrange a debate sometime within the next few months.
Really? Are you excited? You have to be excited.
Of course I am. Are you kidding me?
Well, no, listen, I think it's something to watch just because, again, I am inspired by you because I remember, I got into politics when I was 10 years old. And I was so captured by Ronald Reagan. Like, I couldn't, of course, vote in that election, in the 1980 election, because I wasn't a Democrat. But I figured that I would just watch politics at the time and not participate. So I watched.
How old were you?
I was 10. I just figured I'd just watch the election instead of vote in it. But Ronald Reagan just absolutely captured me. In the way that you talk about Susan, sort of like you watch these events, you listen to the speeches, and just something tugs at you, and you just feel like this is yours. Does that sound familiar? Like this is like, I don't know why. It's really bringing something out of me I'd never recognized before, and I'm almost excited when I'm around it. Is that what you feel?
Oh, absolutely. And especially like already being in public service, I think this is just a perfect addition to that.
Yeah, my wife will criticize me all the time that, I treat politics like I do sports. I look at the elections like the Super Bowl. I look at debates like playoff games. I do. And I'm like,
Yeah, he's tracking statistics and I mean, it's performance and who's on the bench and, the guy's got to stretch. It's amazing.
It's what, like, if they had a DraftKings for politics,
You'd win.
I think I'd finally gamble. It would be the only gamble I would play a part in. So it is inspiring for me to see someone your age, aside from the fact that you're doing so many other things, like your plate is so full. But you don't seem fazed by it. You don't seem tired. You're raring to go. And it's like
17.
Well, I know, but do you ever say to yourself, throw something else at me, Coach? Like, do you feel like that?
Oh, absolutely. For my 17th birthday, I actually became the youngest female ultramarathoner in Connecticut.
Wow.
There's no stopping her, ladies and gentlemen.
That's how I celebrated my birthday.
That's what I'm
I love
talking
it.
about.
Hey, so I'm curious, how does Mom feel about all of this?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Oh, they're unfazed. They're just like, okay, what's new?
Nice.
What is
You've
it?
always been an overachiever.
Isabel's running for office. What is it, Wednesday?
So, but your parents, like, they have these high expectations, or I don't want to say expectations, but they have this appreciation for the next challenge because this has always sort of been your way. It's just find something a little difficult and probably a little out of the norm, and you're like, I'm doing that one. So your parents have kind of always been on board with that.
Yeah, they're just go with the flow and do whatever your heart desires.
That's awesome. Do you have any siblings?
I'm an only child.
I knew it. Felt it. You know what?
She's got all the backing in the world, all the support in the world. This girl can accomplish
She
anything.
doesn't need a sibling. She's got jobs.
She's all the siblings.
Exactly. She just
She's got it covered.
she's accomplishing everywhere. Like if her parents wanted other kids, that's okay because she's doing every job they would have had.
Right.
That's pretty much what she's doing.
They hit the jackpot with one.
I am excited for you, Isabelle. Everyone should be excited for you. You are absolutely you're nothing more than one of these young people that everybody in Connecticut can get behind and sort of root for. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are going to be paying attention to your election. And even beyond that, everything that you do is going to be something worth celebrating for everybody here in Connecticut. So we wish you the best of luck. And, anything you need when the website comes up, please let us know so we can talk to you some more. If you get another job, that could be in your future too.
Any events you do, any fundraising, please let us know. We'd be more than happy to come out and support you.
And support. We'd love to see you with
spread your name,
the people who are supporting you and, give you kind of a, an atta-girl, if you will. Okay?
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you for taking the time. Please tell your folks that they raised you right. And
we thank them.
They're listening right now.
They are? Okay, good. We are inspired by you. We can all be a little better, and we're going to go home and spank our children.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do.
Our kids are trash.
God bless you, Isabelle. Thank you so much for your time.
Yes, thank you for having me.
You got it. Isabelle Roode, everybody, candidate for the 40th District on Reese on the Radio. We'll talk to you soon. What'd you say, real quick?
We messed up and had too many kids. We should have stopped at
Just one.
Just one.
That's all we need. And then threw everything at them.
Yeah.
That's right.
We could have had at least one great one.
Let's get another check of weather and traffic. Mark Christopher is out. And Susan, what was Sarah? Oh, why am I forgetting her name? Sue Aller goodness. Sorry, Sue. Wow. Sue Aller's back. She's in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center.
I'm Sue Aller from the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. Jam-packed on the southbound side of 91. Looks like we could have a collision right after Jennings Road, and the delays will continue all the way to 84. Now, on 84 eastbound, you're hitting the brakes between exits 44 and 51, and then you've got delays on the westbound side. They start right around Route 2 and go all the way to exit 43, Troutbrook Drive. Route 2 is slam-packed right now westbound as you head towards 84, then more slowdowns over the Founders Bridge. Traffic and weather together on the 8's WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
It is hot and steamy outside with temperatures reaching the lower to mid-90s across the area. A couple of clouds out there, but there will be the chance for some thunderstorms to rumble around through the evening. These thunderstorms can be strong to severe. With them, expect flooding downpours, damaging wind gusts, and even the potential for some hail. After we get beyond the evening, clouds will break and it's a low of 67 tonight. Tomorrow, not a bad day for us. Mostly sunny, still hot, but less humid. It's going to be the best day of the weekend with a high of 90 degrees. Tomorrow night, we're mainly clear with a low of 63, and the heat and humidity inch back up again on Sunday as we turn breezy with clouds and sun and a high of 92. There will be a late-day thunderstorm Sunday afternoon. Monday, we're mostly sunny, not as warm, but it's still pleasant with a high of 79. And Tuesday should be a nice day with clouds and sun and a high of 76. This is meteorologist Melissa Constanzer in the WTIC Weather Center.
Get a head start to your day with WTIC News Talk 1080. Listen to us live on the Odyssey app before you even hit the road. Get the breakdown on the biggest news stories that Connecticut is talking about. To get started, download the Odyssey app and search for WTIC News Talk 1080. And now, a WTIC news update.
92 degrees at 4:30. I'm John Silva. WTIC 1080 News. The estranged husband of a woman killed in Winstead this week is charged with her murder. Leon Stetson facing those charges. State police say Carrie Stetson was found stabbed in an Oak Street home on Monday night. Leon Stetson faced a judge from his hospital bed today. Bond set at $3 million. In Hamden, police investigating a swatting incident at Bear Path Elementary School. That fake threat forced the school to evacuate. Police came in, did a sweep. They gave the all clear around 10:30. Another hot day in Connecticut. Temps in the 90s. Several school districts decided to give the kids an early weekend by dismissing early. As you heard in the forecast there, there's a chance of showers and maybe a thunderstorm that'll eventually get rid of the humidity in time for the weekend. Deal or no deal when it comes to Iran?
President Trump said yesterday he was optimistic a deal was close at hand, even saying there could be a signing ceremony this weekend in Geneva, Switzerland. That's what we were told officials had been planning for. Now we're hearing from Iran's foreign minister who says that memo of understanding is maybe not so close at hand.
It's correspondent Sherry Preston. Nearly 36 Stanford teachers say they were blindsided by layoffs and reassignments, despite the city passing a school budget that included neither of those things. That's according to the State Teachers Union, Connecticut Education Association. They say the moves are in violation of a contract and bypassed any proper hearings. They held a virtual news conference earlier today. And neighbors in Berlin are banding together to support a firefighter who lost his home in a 4-alarm blaze yesterday afternoon. Al Pipkin's home on Worthington Ridge was destroyed by the fast-moving blaze. They say it may have started in a mulch pile outside. 2 pets were killed. Several firefighters had to be treated at the scene for heat-related symptoms. On Wall Street, the Dow finished up 353 points today. The Nasdaq gained 79, and the S&P was up 37. For these stories and more, go to WTIC.com. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
Whittlesey Accounting Advisory Technology wants you to think about golf. Travelers Championship opening day is in just 10 days.
So Ryan and I came to the decision to get life insurance when I was pregnant with our first son. He really wanted us to be taken care of if something happened to him. He provided for our family in life and also after his death. I think that would make him proud. Ethos makes it fast and easy to get life insurance. Apply in minutes and get same-day coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-909-9696. 800-909-9696.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Stay locked in. Reese on the radio is on WTIC News Talk 1080.
All right, we are back. We got dinner tomorrow, and some people are still commenting about the 250th birthday. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Also, we want to talk about House Bill 5003 that Ned Lamont signed into law, and then, of course, held a press conference and then, did what everybody usually does. What he always does. He backtracked. It's time for the stupidest thing I read today.
Yes, you do. Stupid as can be.
This could very well be the stupidest person on the face of the earth.
But not to be outdone, it's also Negro nonsense. Yes, it is. I'm sorry. It just is Negro nonsense.
Very
Anyway,
rare.
yeah, it just happens to be. Here is the story that is going to blow your mind. You're going to love this, Rozan.
The U.S. Department of Education now investigating the Cherry Creek School District for rampant racially
What?
I didn't do it.
Oh, what the heck? Sorry.
The U.S. Department of Education now investigating the Cherry Creek School District for rampant racially discriminatory programming.
That should never be your child or family's experience in education.
Laura Yimmelstein is the executive director of the group responsible for raising these complaints, the Colorado Parent Advocacy Network.
This is not just complaints coming in from white families. This is complaints coming in from teachers and families of every race, saying this is unbelievable what they're doing. This is unbelievable what they're forcing us to do.
Among the allegations, students and parents of color are being granted preferential treatment through a district committee called Voices of Color. And the district's training and program administered by teachers place an emphasis on dismantling whiteness and white supremacy.
My child in 8th grade had an assignment, why is your favorite hobby racist? And was given words that he had to use in the rubric, like anti-racist, segregationist, for an English honors assignment.
Why is your favorite hobby racist? I like to fly kites. Yes, there's a whole curriculum. Why is your favorite hobby racist? I told you it was the stupidest thing I read today.
I can't say what my favorite hobby is because it's not radio appropriate and
Yes.
it is a family show, but it involves you.
Yes, okay.
Okay, and if that it makes me racist,
Technically, that would make you.
I'm not sure how.
My favorite hobby. I don't think I have a favorite hobby other than gathering news. Like that's news
Yes,
gathering. That's
but
my
your
favorite.
news gathering is Negro nonsense. So why does that make you racist?
Technically, that would. I guess I'm guilty as charged.
This
as
is
it were.
happening where again?
In Denver, Colorado. That's why they're being sued by the federal government.
There's like 7 black people in the entire state of Colorado.
Yet they feel guilty as sin about it. That's exactly what the problem is. We'll come back. We'll take your phone calls. forward with the show. Mark Christopher is out. Sue Aller's filling in. She's in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center.
I'm Sue Aller from the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. Still jam-packed on the southbound side of 91 as you head towards 84. Along the way, right around Jennings Road, there is a collision. It's off to the shoulder now. Then you have a little over a 3-mile delay on 84 eastbound between exits 44 and 51. On the westbound side, you're hitting the brakes from about Route 2 all the way to exit 45, and Route 2 is slammed on the westbound side as you head towards 84. There are more slowdowns over the Founders Bridge. Route 3 looks good, and no major slowdowns to tell you about on the 5 and 15. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
As we head in through this evening, just watch because there could be some showers and thunderstorms coming in from the west. And of those, a few could be strong to severe. That could mean that you could have some damaging wind, potentially some heavy rainfall that could lead to flooding, and even a little bit of hail. Overall, tonight we're headed down to a low of 67. It does clear out for us, and tomorrow is mostly sunny, a little less humid too, but it's still hot, a high of 90 degrees. Probably the better day of the weekend. We are mainly clear then as we head into tomorrow night with a low of 63. And Sunday, the change is it's not only hot, but it's a little more humid, a high of 92. We will watch for a late afternoon into the evening thunderstorm. That could impact any sorts of plans, such as graduation parties, for example. Monday, we're mostly sunny, not quite as warm, but it's still pleasant, a high of 79 degrees. And we keep the change, the refreshing change into Tuesday with a high of 76 and sun and clouds. Right now, it's 91 in Farmington, 92 in Vernon, and 92 in Hartford. This is meteorologist Melissa Constanzer in the WTIC Weather Center.
Join us this Sunday for Tumalo Financial, your go-to for retirement planning and taxes. Tune in to the father-son duo from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. or catch replay from 5 to 6 p.m. Tumalo Financial, retirement planning with integrity on WTIC News Talk 1080.
Make your money work harder for your future. Catch Johnson Brunetti's Money Wisdom tomorrow morning at 8:30 for essential retirement tips. Only on WTIC News Talk 1080.
Giving your liver a spring cleaning is easy with Active Liver from New Nordic, the delicious daily detox that will keep you feeling your best. Search for Active Liver by New Nordic on Amazon or pick up some at your local CVS, Wegmans, or GNC.
Have bad teeth that need to be replaced? Don't like removable dentures? Worry no more. Come on down to Columbia Implant Center in Manchester any day of the week and ask for the All-on-4 procedure. Call us at 860-643-1898.
Brian Jackman here for CertaPro Painters. You know, I love my home, but I did notice in the kitchen especially that scuffs, faded colors. I knew I needed to do something about it, so that's why I got in touch with CertaPro Painters. They can do something that not only protects your home, makes it look great, makes you happy to be in that space all the time. CertaPro Painters is dedicated to bringing fresh color to your home with quality craftsmanship. Check it out yourself so you can schedule that free estimate online right now at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated.
Let me tell you something about insurance. When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. But your business runs all year, so do the gaps and the risk. So go to supersure.com. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just go buy a policy online. Supersure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts. It'll translate your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Supersure.com. That's supersure.com. Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
It's Reese on the radio on News Talk 1080 WTIC.
All right. I didn't think this was going to happen, but Rozan, I didn't even know. I wasn't even going to go here today, but apparently we have found something for Rozan to hate. What? Rozan, what are you hating on now? Apparently, this story has Rozan very angry. The stupidest thing I read today. This got her angry.
The U.S. Department of Education now investigating the Cherry Creek School District for rampant racially discriminatory programming.
That should never be your child or family's experience. in education.
Laura Yimmelstein is the executive director of the group responsible for raising these complaints, the Colorado Parent Advocacy Network.
This is not just complaints coming in from white families. This is complaints coming in from teachers and families of every race, saying this is unbelievable what they're doing. This is unbelievable what they're forcing us to do.
Among the allegations, students and parents of color are being granted preferential treatment through a district committee called Voices of Color. And the district's training and program administered by teachers place an emphasis on dismantling whiteness and white supremacy.
My child in 8th grade had an assignment, why is your favorite hobby racist? And was given words that he had to use in the rubric, like anti-racist, segregationist, for an English honors assignment. It was just heartbreaking to see my little boy, who has friends of every color, start to see himself as a bad person. He genuinely believed that he was oppressing his friends because of what they were teaching him in school.
Well, that's not the way our school system should be working.
Another parent believes the district should focus on education rather than divisive curriculum.
Those things to help our kids become critical thinkers. Reading, writing, and arithmetic. And it's literally that simple.
A spokesperson for the Cherry Creek School District responded to the investigation, saying, quote, "We strongly disagree with the characterization of district programming. The district has not yet received a copy of the complaint. Without the complaint, we are not in a position to respond further."
So that's where the story has gotten Rozan really fired up. And primarily because of the disparity between blacks and whites in the state of Colorado, and in particular in the city of Denver. Let's start with the macro. Rozan, you said that the African American population in all of Colorado is how much? I'm sorry, go ahead.
The entire state of Colorado, the population in everybody, every human being that lives in Colorado.
Yes.
There are 6 million human beings living in Colorado.
Yes. The population of African Americans?
5.0%.
That works out.
5%. That is it. 5%. I'm sorry, I don't mean to yell. This is
that breakdown comes to how many people?
Annoying.
About 250,000?
No. Yes. Let me.
Yeah.
Where did my number go? I just had it.
I know you. I remember what you said because you were yelling it at me.
It's ridiculous because this is ridiculous. Okay, 253,000 black people in the entire state of Colorado.
Of Colorado, right?
6 million people. 253,000 of them happen to be of African American descent.
So technically,
5%.
So technically, the charge of supremacy holds water. Well, they overwhelmingly live in the state compared to African Americans. Yes.
Yeah, but why?
I don't know. It's
I don't
cold.
know why either.
I don't know.
You want to be cold? Go to Chicago. Go to Detroit. I mean,
but the other
don't be mad at people for that's like going to Utah and being mad at Mormons for being Mormon.
So
I can't go in your church because I ain't a Mormon. No, you're not.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
So the other argument was Denver's population.
So I go and I ask, what is Denver's population?
And Denver's population overall.
Hold on.
A little more than. You don't have this up and ready.
Denver's population is.
You had it a minute ago. A little more than 700,000 folks. I remember exactly.
Yes. Okay. There it is. The total population in Denver is 729,000.
I know. Only reason why I remember that is because you yelled that at me.
729,000.
Yes, and the African American.
We're going to round up.
Yes.
We're going to round up.
Yes.
The number of black folks that live in the city of Denver.
That number
We're going to call it 70,000.
Right.
That is rounding up. That's not,
right.
Okay?
That brings it to 10%.
10%. 10%.
So the
90% of the population need to explain to the 10% why they're racist.
I don't know. I know that you're upset about it.
Do you know who cares more about the color of their skin? Black people care more about their blackness than I care about their blackness.
I try to say it 1,000 times.
I love you. I don't care if you're black. I don't care. It was a huge plus in regard to my preference, but I'm say that tongue in cheek. I don't care about the color of your skin.
I appreciate that.
Nobody
and I know
ever has.
I know.
The only reason it's a problem is because black people keep saying, it's my skin color, it's my skin color. No, it's not. It's your crappy attitude. It's your foul, nasty mouth.
Not all.
It is your idiotic behavior.
Oh.
That's the problem. Me liking to go play checkers is not racist. It's not racist for me to want to go ride
What did that
my
come
bike.
from? Oh, you mean a hobby?
My hobby, my racist hobby. It's not racist for me to want to sit down and read a book or take a nap.
That's a weird thing, by the way, to ever ask a person a question is like, how is your hobby racist?
Exactly.
I don't even understand. Like, where do I?
10% of the population is demanding to know why 90% of the population is racist.
I've never heard such a reach in my life. Okay, I'm just going to get to the phones now. If people want to talk about their
Why am I so angry today? Good grief. Is it a full moon?
People want to call in about the Eversource conversation. Armand is here in Avon. What's going on, big guy? How are you?
Good. Yourself? Hi, Reese. Hi, Rozan.
Hello.
So I've got something that's not specifically talking about the public benefit, but these are two very important points about the incestuous relationship between state of Connecticut government and Eversource, both at the personal and professional level.
Indeed.
In addition to the Green Bank.
Yes.
So listen close and take some notes.
All right.
Okay. So first and foremost, the Green Bank is designed to finance green initiatives.
Yes.
Solar panels, fuel cells, and battery banks. Okay. The DEEP is responsible to drive forward programs that are green initiatives, just as the three I previously mentioned.
Right.
Now, the current head of the DEEP is leaving. Her name is Commissioner Katie Dykes.
Right.
I'm going to repeat that last name, Dykes, D-Y-K-E-S. The executive VP of Finance of the Green Bank is Mackie Dykes.
That's right.
D-Y-K-E-S.
Mm-hmm.
So the $1 million question is, if the DEP is promoting grants and incentives to drive green initiative programs, and if the Green Bank is financing them as part of the end game, is Mackie Dykes profiting from it?
Is Mackie Dykes married to Katie Dykes?
Exactly.
Huh.
Yeah, and Armand was the first person to tell me about
There
this.
was no pun intended.
Yeah, this is 100% the biggest problem. Now, they make the big argument at the Connecticut Green Bank that their funds are matched. But my argument is, and Armand and I talked about this before, is look, we don't need to match your money that you're getting in donations with our dollars. Just get the money.
25 million of that comes from Eversource.
Yeah.
But guys, you're looking at the wrong pile of money.
Yeah.
You want to look at what Mackie Dykes' incentive program, his bonus program, is driven. That will reveal if he's benefiting unfairly by the programs.
Indeed.
His bonus, is it driven by incentives and money that moves through his organization?
Exactly, because money is fungible, and that's the most important part.
Okay?
Yep.
That's one big one. That's the Green Bank and DEP incestuous relationship.
Right.
This is the second one, and this has to do with Eversource and the state of Connecticut. What dictates Eversource how much money they can make is what they call a regulatory compact.
Right.
That guarantees them a rate of return, and theirs in the state of Connecticut is approximately around just shy of 10%. Now, the problem with that is the more it's based on return on equity. So if they spend $100 million, okay, they get to claim a profit of $10 million if it's 10%.
Mm-hmm.
If they waste $200 million, they get to claim profit of $20 million. So the more money they piss away, the more money they report as revenue.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. Okay. That is a key element in here.
That's right. So if they make more money for their shareholders, if they waste $300 million versus $100.
That's a good point.
That's a huge point. So the regulatory compact is BS. It incents bad behavior.
That's right. And wait a minute, that sounds familiar. Who am I drawing a blank on that did this same thing?
All states have a regulatory compact.
No. But there's another business model that did just that. It was the banking system when they were giving away the ridiculous loans.
Well,
when they did when the housing market
subprimes.
crashed.
But this is important to chase down, and what needs to be done is a forensic audit on how Eversource spends their money, because they are disincented to do smaller, cost-effective projects than bloated, expensive projects, because they get more money for bloated, wasteful, expensive projects.
It's just like the Army. We go to the range. If we don't use up all of our ammo, we don't get the same amount of ammo next year or the next cycle we have to be at the range. So literally they will hand out ammo cans and just tell us to burn through thousands of rounds.
Yeah, we do that. Contractors do that. At the end of the year, if we got $16 million that we haven't spent, then we'll go on a trip to Hawaii to waste it.
Right.
And so I got one more, and then I'll get off.
Go for it.
Then the utility is mandated to buy certain carbon credits for green energy, and fuel cells are included in that.
Right.
So what happens is the DEP promotes fuel cells. Green Bank has actually funded fuel cells, and the state of Connecticut benefits because they get to claim a company like Fuel Cell Energy in Danbury is creating economic development, where there's this circular money movement that's getting paid for by money stolen out of ratepayers and taxpayers' pockets.
So it's the energy companies, NGOs, basically. They're funneling money into their own organizations so that it comes back into their pockets.
That's right.
They've got projects they want to move forward for economic development perspective. They pass it through the Green Bank. They have an incentive.
Right.
The Green Bank funds it, and then what happens? The state of Connecticut waves their hand. Look at we're making our fuel cell company is making money, but that's because they funded it behind the scenes and forced Eversource to put it there as a more costly power generation program, which once again penalizes ratepayers.
Yeah. Such a brilliant point. Armand, thank you so much for breaking all of that down. And by the way, when we have Dan Haar here, you definitely need to come in.
Yeah.
Let me know when he comes in.
You got it.
Absolutely.
I'll come there loaded for bear.
We got it, sir. Thank you so much.
Bye.
You got it. Yeah, why not?
No,
Let's get it from an actual ratepayer who understands it.
You got one guy circle jerking himself and all of this other stuff, and you have one guy who's very knowledgeable on what is actually and willing to discuss what is actually
That's
going
exactly the point. All right, we got another break coming up. When we return to the top of the hour, we got music news, and then we'll read some of the comments here. We'll also double back to talk about the 250th anniversary in D.C., what we're going to do there and how we're going to implement, or at least try to work out the logistics. But we got enough time to work on it. The objective is to go down to D.C. on July 3rd to do a live broadcast there representing Connecticut and WTIC, and then on our 250th birthday, do another broadcast the next afternoon, and you can come and join us down there. We'll try to work out exactly how the logistics are going. We're talking to a couple of people. Mark in West Hartford is on board. Vin Candelara is working on some. We know that we're talking to Ryan Fazio to see if there's something that we could do with him, and as well as Senator Rob Sampson. I know that he is talking to all of his colleagues. In fact, I understand that Senator Sampson is going to be in D.C. that same weekend. So we are all coordinating to get down there and make sure that Connecticut is represented on the 250th birthday of this great nation. We hope that you will too. We're working on it. We'll get the details done somehow, but I know I'm going. I'm going to go down there, even if I have to put that stuff and put a battery pack on my back. I'm going to get it done. And it looks like some of you are excited for it as well. By the way, Rama wanted me to tell you about Colorado. He said you can't spell Colorado without color.
Yeah. And I wanted to mention tonight I will be at Stadium 15 hanging out with friends. Dana said that.
We're not done there. I'm telling you, we're going to bring it up in the next
I'm
hour.
just
Don't worry,
saying.
Dana. I got Dana covered.
I'm just saying, I'll be there if anybody wants to come by and hang out.
Well, I'll be there too, but I'll probably be working and stuff. Let's get another check of weather and traffic. Sue Aller is in for Mark Christopher in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center.
I'm Sue Aller from the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. Well, it looks like whatever was going on the southbound side of 91 by Jennings Road has been cleared. Still very slow as you approach 84. Now, the eastbound side of 84, you're hitting the brakes as you approach 91, and then it looks like there is a stall right by 384. On the westbound side, it's a stop-and-go ride from 91 to exit 44. The westbound side of Route 2, it's starting to ease up a bit into 84. Still slow, though, and then you do have delays as you cross the Founders Bridge. Route 3 looks good and no major slowdowns on the 5 and 15. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
It is hot and steamy outside with temperatures reaching the lower to mid 90s across the area. A couple of clouds out there, but there will be the chance for some thunderstorms to rumble around through the evening. These thunderstorms can be strong to severe. With them, expect flooding downpours, damaging wind gusts, and even the potential for some hail. After we get beyond the evening, clouds will break and it's a low of 67 tonight. Tomorrow, not a bad day for us. Mostly sunny, still hot, but less humid. It's going to be the best day of the weekend with a high of 90 degrees. Tomorrow night, we're mainly clear with a low of 63, and the heat and humidity inch back up again on Sunday as we turn breezy with clouds and sun and a high of 92. There will be a late-day thunderstorm Sunday afternoon. Monday, we're mostly sunny, not as warm, but it's still pleasant with a high of 79. And Tuesday should be a nice day with clouds and sun and a high of 76. This is meteorologist Melissa Constanzer in the WTIC Weather Center.
Get a head start to your day with WTIC News Talk 1080. Listen to us live on the Odyssey app before you even hit the road. Get the breakdown on the biggest news stories that Connecticut is talking about. To get started, download the Odyssey app and search for WTIC News Talk 1080. This is WTIC News Talk 1080 with Brian and Company in the morning, Reese on the radio in the afternoon, and news around the clock. WTIC and WTIC FM HD2 Hartford and Odyssey Station.
It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News. State police have made an arrest in connection with the stabbing death of a cafe owner in Winchester this week. Carrie Stetson's estranged husband, Leon Stetson, charged with her murder in addition to violating a protective order and home invasion. The 54-year-old Carrie Stetson died from sharp force injuries, say troopers. Leon Stetson was found at the scene of the Oak Street home Monday night with serious injuries himself. He was appeared before a judge virtually from his hospital bed today. Police say they were tipped off by someone who said they found blood in a bathroom of the home. The arrest warrant says that Leon Stetson had tried to take his own life after killing Carrie. It also says Carrie had told folks that she was unsafe. She felt unsafe due to Leon Stetson's increasingly volatile and dangerous behavior. He's due back before a judge later this month. The mayor of Danbury and a local activist group confirmed there's been more ICE activity this week in the city. Danbury Unites for Immigrants says a toddler was left in a hot car for about an hour Wednesday as their father was held by an ICE vehicle or in an ICE vehicle nearby. ICE says the man from Ecuador left the child as he attempted to flee. At least 6 people were seized last Thursday. Danbury Mayor Roberto Alves believes the feds are targeting innocent family members as opposed to the worst of the worst.
Commit a serious crime, you have your day in court because our Constitution allows that. If you need to be deported, you should be deported. But that mother who's walking down the street with her stroller after maybe working a nanny job or housekeeping and then working overnight and all she's doing is going to the grocery store, I think we have to figure out some kind of path.
Says the feds are largely acting in secrecy. ICE has not released the names of those who were taken into custody last week or where they were taken. Teachers in Stamford are filing a grievance over surprise last-minute layoffs set for this fall, and the sudden transfer of 20 teachers to special ed, which they mostly say they're not qualified for. Here's WTIC's Dave Mager.
Stanford Teachers Union President John Corcoran says no changes were expected for next school year
at this late date.
All along, we were told there was going to be no teacher layoffs.
But multimedia specialist Elaine Gensarelli was one of 5 teachers called in this week and let go.
Completely blindsided and was told that there was a reduction in workforce.
31 others were involuntarily transferred, 20 of them to special ed, a shock to longtime 4th grade teacher Brittany Suma.
I'm not getting any answers, so there's no rationale for why this is happening.
The teachers want the Stanford Board of Ed to step up as it did 2 months ago when it stopped the outgoing superintendent from transferring 2 principals. Dave Maker, WTIC 1080 News.
Officials on hand at Heirloom Market in Wethersfield today to talk up proposed legislation that would ban certain chemicals from food packaging. The No Toxic Chemicals in Food Packaging Act would do away with PFAS and bisphenols, which have been linked to various cancers. Lisa Morrissey is the Deputy Commissioner for the State Department of Public Health.
PFAS alone are a family of thousands of human-made chemicals. Nearly everyone carries them in their body. At elevated exposures, they are linked to cancer, impaired child development, reproductive issues, hormonal disruption, and weakened immune systems.
Senator Richard Blumenthal, the co-sponsor of the legislation, is urging Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to get on board, since Kennedy has been on a crusade to remove additives and dyes from the nation's food supply. President Trump's name has been ordered off the Kennedy Center building in Washington. The administration lost a last-minute appeal. The initial order stated the name change requires an act of Congress.
Ultimately, the judge finding that the Trump administration failed to show how they would be irreparably harmed by complying with this decision. The judge also calling out the Trump administration, in part basically saying that, you've had 14 days to appeal this ruling. You're waiting to the final day. And on top of that, he pointed out that the Trump administration has been partially already complying with this order.
It's ABC's Peter Haralambous. On Wall Street, the Dow finished up 353 points today. NASDAQ gained 79, the S&P up 37. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
It's Reese on the radio on News Talk 1080 WTIC.
Look at us paying attention.
You see, we clearly were not. That's because we're over here running around trying to get pictures of Chris, because already people are like, hey, I got a daughter. I got 2 daughters. So we were trying to get a picture. I found one. It's actually a pretty good picture of him. This was at a charity that we did for Connecticut Food Share when we went and did the live promotion there. Yeah, so we do that. Anyway, all right, we'll get that picture out to you. Anyway, you know what time it is, Rozan? It's your favorite part of the day. News! News! In today's music news, we say happy birthday to Ashley Cook. Apparently, she's a country singer and songwriter I've never heard of who turns 29 today. Chris Young is also a country music singer. He turns 41. Have no idea who he is. Apparently, there used to be a pop singer and songwriter back in the day named Robin, who spelled her name with a Y-N. You remember her? Yeah, of course, only girls remember her. She turns 47 today. A rock singer who's known for a song called The B Word. She turns 68, Meredith Brooks. Never heard of her.
Oh, it's a great song.
Is it? You know this song? Okay, all right. And Bun E. Carlos, the drummer for the band Cheap Trick, turns 75. Yeah, okay, you're not going to know who that is.
Bun E?
Yes, Bun E. Carlos, the drummer for Cheap Trick, turned 75. On this day in 1964, the Beatles arrived in Adelaide, Australia, they were greeted by an estimated 300,000 fans who lined the route from the airport to the from the airport. It was the largest welcome of their career during their only tour to Oceania. Anyway, in 1965, the Supremes, better known as Diana Ross and the Supremes, scored their 5th consecutive #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 with Back in My Baby's Arms Again, or Back in My Arms Again, becoming the first act to achieve that feat. On that same day, the Rolling Stones released their classic, I Can't Get No Satisfaction. And in 1990, my queen, my ever-loving queen, who can only be outdone by Taylor Swift, Mariah Carey, in 1990 released her self-titled debut album, which launched the multiple #1 singles that started her career. Mariah Carey almost had to put it on Nick Cannon just for marrying her. Let's get another check of weather and traffic with Sue Aller, who's filling in for Mark Christopher in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. I see you, Nick.
I'm Sue Aller from the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. We're jam-packed southbound 91 right by exit 34. Another accident, but then after that, the delays will continue all the way to 84. Now, eastbound 84, you're hitting the brakes between exits 44 and Route 91, but that stall right by 384 on the eastbound side has cleared. On the westbound side, it's a stop-and-go ride from Route 2 to exit 44. Route 2, just a slight brake check now westbound as you approach 84, and then a little bit slow as you exit the Founders Bridge. Route 3 looks great, so does the Wilbur Cross. Traffic and weather together on the 8's WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
Across our area, there could be a few showers and thunderstorms kicking in here as we watch some of them cutting in northwestern Connecticut at this point in time. So just be on the lookout. Some of these will have heavy rainfall as well as the risk for damaging wind gusts. Even some hail has been reported in these across parts of the region. As we go through tonight, later on, the clouds will break for us and we'll hit a low of 67. Tomorrow is not a bad start to the weekend. Mostly sunny. Still hot, but less hot and less humid, a high of 90 degrees. Tomorrow night, we will be mainly clear with a low of 63. And Sunday is hot, a little more humid, sun and clouds, a high of 92. Do watch, though, for the afternoon into the evening because there will be some thunderstorms around, and those could be strong to severe. Going into Monday, we're mostly sunny and pretty pleasant. A high of 79 degrees. Tuesday will be nice as well with clouds and sun and a high of 76. Right now it's 93 in Middletown, 93 in Bloomfield, and 93 in Hartford. This is meteorologist Melissa Constanzer in the WTIC Weather Center.
Getting a little older doesn't have to mean, well, getting older. This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health. And if you're feeling low energy, can't sleep, can't lose weight, are struggling with brain fog and your sex drive is off, it's time to change it up. At Northeast Men's Health, our advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed pounds. Have more energy, enhance your body composition, improve sleep, increase your sex drive, and so much more, getting you back in the game again. So don't be older, be stronger in the gym. Be sharper at work, be better in the bedroom, and be more confident in every part of your life. So call us today and find out how our advanced treatment strategies could change the game for you. Your first visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on one of our advanced treatment plans on the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-930-5956 or go to northeastmenshealth.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Whittlesey Accounting Advisory Technology wants you to think about golf. Travelers Championship opening day is in just 10 days.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
From politics to news to music to movies and anything above the sun and outer space and beyond, it's Reese on the radio. Damn, he's good. Only on NewsTalk 1080 WTIC.
Okay, you guys know that Dana Fortin is a good friend of mine, and one of the places that we love to hang out is at Stadium 15. And today is a really, really big day because, again, I'm a huge soccer fan. I coach soccer. Rozan is Mexican. And, and watching soccer is important to her because I think it's in her blood or something like that, and she's supposed to root for any one of the Hispanic cultures that may be playing in this particular game. So she will definitely be at Stadium 15, as will I, to go watch the USA beat the pants off of Paraguay or Paraguay, whatever they're doing to Paraguay. See, there's my point right there. Come on down, because Dana has just said that the first draft beer, 25 cents, if you mention Reese and Rozan on the radio. So he is giving a 25-cent draft beer, your first beer. He's giving that to you if you come by and say Reese and Rozan on the radio. And they'll be playing the games on all of their Jumbotron
And they're staying
TVs.
open for the duration of the games. Yeah, usually they close at 10, but they're staying open tonight.
Okay. Well, if you'd like to get your soccer on, because, again, you know, nothing says sports like scores of 2-1. That's what I used to say when I used to rag on soccer. It took me to coach soccer to recognize why they call it the beautiful game and why it's so intense. Like, why people enjoy it the way they do. Like, I will never forget, like, coaching, I pulled my back muscle coaching a game. Yeah. Because I was screaming at the kids because they wouldn't. It was stressful.
I actually watched a lot of TikTok videos of soccer.
Yeah.
Nothing that helped me appreciate the game so much as I could really appreciate the athleticism.
But I'll go this far. Best game I ever played, I can't say I played, best game I ever coached was in New Jersey, living in Fort Lee. We were part of that little league. And we played rain or shine. And this one day, it was sheets of rain coming down. This was the championship year that we had. And the kids played out in the rain, and it was the best. It was like a warm rain in the fall, but it was the most intense. When we walked out of there, every part of our bodies were, like in our clothing, it was just soaked. But the kids had such a great time playing in that rain. It's like playing the game. We totally didn't care how bad it was raining. And the parents had a blast. It was one of my favorite games ever to watch. So that's what I love about the game. You can play it in any weather. And if you are really, really into it, you will go nuts. And it's not just about how many goals you score. It's about how many times you almost get an opportunity to score. That is amazing to watch. It's like those moments where it's like, it's like that's where the intensity
How
sort
does
of
that
stresses.
translate in the dating world?
I don't know what that means.
Almost score, and you're like, not quite.
Yeah, I saw what you did there. That's funny. All right, so Stadium 15, if you want to go watch down there, it's in Farmington at 15 Farm Springs Road. Is that right?
Yes.
Farm Springs Road. It is right there at the end. So 25 cents on the first draft if you mentioned Reese and Rozan on the radio. So go down there and have a blast.
Come hang out with us.
You're going to be there as well. Reese, do you ever come to Bridgeport? We absolutely should have a Connecticut United stadium in Bridgeport. Lamont screwed us over. You're right. I would have loved to have seen soccer in Connecticut. It should be here. I know there's a lot of these kids who play. I mean, we've got a soccer league that's, or a practice league, I should say, that's near where we live, but that's another story. Governor, well, you know what? Let me get to the phones first, and then I'll get to the Governor Lamont story. Let's start with Thomas. How you doing, sir?
Hey, hello to the both of you.
Hello.
Thank you.
Reese, soccer, it is a great game. You put it on the TV, you sit back in your recliner, and you get the best 2-hour nap you have ever had.
I knew what was coming. You couldn't have set it up better, my friend. I knew that joke. I saw that joke a mile away.
That's how I feel about baseball.
I couldn't resist. You were talking about wasteful money. Rozan said about the Army, and I've seen that before. One of my customers was a nonprofit, and they did all the bells and whistles, the highest of the extras, the champagne of services for 15 years. Then Trump got into presidency, and he cut money to Connecticut. Connecticut cut money to this nonprofit, and all the extras went away out of this nonprofit. They don't want to lose what they got the year before.
That's right.
So they just go up and up and up.
And I have a story about that I got to save until Monday that literally talks about how much money was in excess that they were getting, and they're all losing their mind that they're not going to get it anymore.
Yeah, you don't see, they don't, it's not right.
No,
People
absolutely.
hear nonprofit and they think, it's saintly services. And this company provide great service, but they're so bloated and wasteful.
Yeah, that's the part that no one wants to address because all they hear is the budget cut. They don't hear the waste. They never talk about that. And that's the story that I have next week. It's just, again, these numbers are astronomical. Like, you see how much money they're talking about they wish they got, but then when you actually look at the job that they're doing, that's actually failing.
Well, I did the whole thing about the homeless shelters, right?
Yep, this is in the same vein. This is exactly in the same vein. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate you, man. Have a wonderful weekend, okay?
Yeah, you too.
You got it, buddy. You got it. Jeff is in Marlboro. How you doing, big guy?
Hey, I am in Marlboro. How you doing, buddy? I'm doing all right.
I'm all right. What's up?
Yeah, so I only I usually call in. I say a couple things, but I only got one thing to say.
Okay, what do you got?
Go USA! USA! USA!
So nothing for Paraguay, huh? What have they produced?
I don't know, maybe some bananas, but go USA, baby!
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the game. This is, World Cup in the United States is gonna be a big deal. Actually, wherever they play it in the world, it's big
huge,
deal.
yeah.
So it should be huge here, as it should be.
And I believe it's called football.
What's
that? It's the only sport I played as a child, and I loved it, man.
Oh, it's so funny because it was one of the sports I didn't play. Like, I had to be a grown man in order to even coach it.
What did you play? What sport? We know it wasn't basketball. That's
baseball.
For sure. I can see that.
Yeah, loved baseball.
That I could see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Jeff. I'm sorry. What was you going to say?
No football for you?
No. I was too skinny. You kidding me? I was.
He just snapped off at the ankle.
No, absolutely.
Running.
Are you kidding me? When I was a kid, I was a brown toothpick with sneakers. I was a twig. I was the worst looking kid in the world. Like, I was gangly and tall.
Cute.
No.
I saw that one picture of you.
Yeah, that's just the one picture. Yeah. Thank goodness I'm wearing a gown for my cap and gown in junior high school. You don't want to see the other pictures.
Were you
I played a little football, but I wasn't very good. I wasn't any good at it.
No. Yeah. I was definitely a great spectator of the sport. That's about it. Thank you, buddy. Have a great weekend.
So you were
USA.
You were all head and feet?
Yeah, that's all I was.
Yeah.
Just head and feet and skinny.
Kneecaps. I'm imagining big knobby kneecaps.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah. Listen, I was the same way. I was big hair and kneecaps.
I saw your picture when you were a kid. Do you remember what I said to you the first time your mother showed me that picture?
And that's not nice.
What did I say?
That I look. You thought I was transgender.
It was the worst school picture ever taken. And I've seen other pictures of you. Your girlfriend who called up this program, who you lived in, what was her name?
Alicia.
Alicia from Hawaii, that you knew in Hawaii. She sent those pictures of you. You were so adorable there. The picture your mom had of you was just awful.
I don't think she likes me.
She was like, your mother took those pictures like, no one will ever date her. No one will ever.
I think she was trying to offload me. She's like, somebody take this one, please. Yeah.
I thought that was horrible. I got this info from none other than our good friend Ruddy. You may know him as the Hartford Police Union president. Sorry, I don't know why I couldn't get that out correctly. The Hartford Police Union president, James Ratowski, he sent me this today, and he is furious about it because he was at this press conference that I attended at the Hartford Public Safety Building. It was my first press conference that Ned Lamont that I went to where Ned Lamont was there. And this is how we got down this avenue of me showing up at his press events. And it's also because of things like this why I keep showing up. If you're a police officer, firefighter, or EMS worker in Connecticut, Governor Lamont has been telling you that he's got your back. I asked him whether or not he was going to start running ads that was supportive of these institutions to get the recruitment and retainment up. Anyway, he talked about recruitment and retention. He said this would save first responders tens of thousands of dollars in tuition. He signed House Bill 5003, a big omnibus labor bill. And here's what actually made it through after he did all of this press conference nonsense. The tuition waiver, which was the most important part of this thing. At Connecticut's public colleges and university for police, firefighters, and EMS personnel, well, now that's been whittled down. It was supposed to be for everyone who wanted to take on, more education.
Right.
It's now been whittled down to roughly 200 people who can apply per academic year. We got an estimated 40,000 to 43,000 eligible first responders across the state, paid and volunteer firefighters, sworn police officers, and EMS. Do the math. That's about 0.5%. 0.5% of the people who actually qualify can even apply. That's it. The rest of you get the press release version. Colleges are on the hook for the lost revenue with no state money attached to cover it. So, in practice, the number who actually get the waiver is going to be tiny. This is the same governor who stood up and sold us this meaningful way to help the men and women who run toward the danger. The same administration that loves to talk about supporting public safety professionals and fixing the shortages we have in departments across Connecticut. But when the bill actually lands, it's rationed like this. A token number to get the benefit. A token number get the benefit. Everybody else gets the talking points. And they're furious about it because even James Ratowski said, is this your way of apologizing to us? I asked, are you going to run an ad? He said, we should do that. I don't know, but we should do that. Well, he isn't going to run an ad now. He isn't going to run an ad now. And he gave us all of that press conference, all of that press stuff to turn around and lie. They didn't get anything. They're getting bubkiss. The signing event. I want to talk about this just for a minute, in the minute and a half that I have. The signing occurred at the ceremony at, the Labor Center in Hartford. Attended labor leaders, union officials, including CEA President Kate Diaz, and Democratic legislators. They were all there. We watched them. We heard every one of their speeches. Even some of the heads of the departments that were going to be affected by this also spoke and said how great the governor was for passing this bill. And I think they should all speak up now because the governor dragged you all the way down there, used you as a prop, and then screwed you. That's exactly what he did. What are you looking at?
So I asked Grok.
You ask Grok a lot.
I love Grok. Grok is where I go. I asked Grok, where does the funding for this HB 5003, where does that come from?
It's interesting because that's what Connecticut Mirror asked when we were there.
What did they say?
I don't remember.
It's the Connecticut General Fund.
Of course, it always is.
So I asked, what is the General Fund's current balance?
It is? A little more than $500 million?
No, that's the rainy day fund.
Oh, that's right.
Right. Projected for fiscal year 2026 ending surplus would be $322.8 million. That's the surplus.
Mm-hmm.
This is $431.8 million higher than the prior month's projections of 13.7. So last month they were projecting that the general fund would have 13.7 million. Turns out apparently it's going to be 322 million. Somebody does not know how to math.
Somebody's doing a lot.
And I just want to say that in order to cover the tuition of 40,000, of these firefighters and whatnot.
The tuition.
Right. At the higher end of a university for all of them, it would be $800 million. to educate all of them at UConn for 4 years, right? But if they choose to go to a community college, $200 million.
He was never going to give them the money.
No,
he was never going to do
So
it.
right now we've got 500 that have already looked at 500 million sitting in the rainy day fund, and we are looking at a total of 400. What was it? 322.8 million sitting in the general fund. So we've got all this money sitting around, and Ned Lamont is hoarding it like he's.
We told him
turd.
I said it when he had it. I said all of this was nothing more than Santa Claus never showing up.
Well,
That's all this is.
Preparing for election time.
There you go. We got to take a break. Let's get another check of weather and traffic. Mark Christopher's out, so we got Sue Aller. She's in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center.
I'm Sue Aller from the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. We got a big crash right now, southbound 91, right past Putnam Highway. And this is all because of a multi-vehicle accident. You have the HOV lane closed, so traffic is getting by, but it is jammed. And the delays will continue till you approach 84. And then after that, it eases up for a little bit, but you do have some slowdowns by the Wilbur Cross. Now, the Wilbur Cross looks really good. On the eastbound side of 84, you do have some slowdowns as you approach 91. And then on the westbound side, you're slow from about Route 2 to exit 44. Route 2, the delays have eased out as you approach 84, and you're doing okay over the Founders Bridge. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
It is hot and steamy outside with temperatures reaching the lower to mid 90s across the area. A couple of clouds out there, but there will be the chance for some thunderstorms to rumble around through the evening. These thunderstorms can be strong to severe. With them, expect flooding downpours, damaging wind gusts, and even the potential for some hail. After we get beyond the evening, clouds will break and it's a low of 67 tonight. Tomorrow, not a bad day for us. Mostly sunny, still hot, but less humid. It's going to be the best day of the weekend with a high of 90 degrees. Tomorrow night, we're mainly clear with a low of 63, and the heat and humidity inch back up again on Sunday as we turn breezy with clouds and sun and a high of 92. There will be a late-day thunderstorm Sunday afternoon. Monday, we're mostly sunny, not as warm, but it's still pleasant with a high of 79. And Tuesday should be a nice day with clouds and sun and a high of 76. This is meteorologist Melissa Constanzer in the WTIC Weather Center.
And now, a WTIC news update.
It's 5:30. Good afternoon. I'm John Silva. WTIC 1080 News. State police have arrested the estranged husband of a cafe owner and a pillar of the Winstead community. Leon Stetson is charged with murder, home invasion, and violating a protective order. Troopers Monday night found the body of Carrie Stetson with stab wounds. Leon Stetson was also injured, apparently in an attempt to take his own life, the warrant states. Bond was set at $3 million. He's due back before a judge later this month. Hazy, hot, humid conditions persisted this afternoon. Temperatures topping 90 degrees. There are a couple of thunderstorm watches that are up right now. The front will move through, kick out the heat and humidity, and it makes for a pretty nice weekend. Still warm, but not nearly as humid. All clear at Bear Path Elementary School in Hamden. The school had to be evacuated for a time today due to a swatting incident. Call implying a threat, according to school officials. Police did a sweep. They had to move the 6th grade promotion ceremony to another location as a result. Pakistan's prime minister says the U.S. and Iran have agreed to wording of an agreement aimed at ending the war in the Middle East. Pakistani Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif saying in a social media post today that mediators are working with both sides to finalize that deal. SpaceX went public today, putting Elon Musk in line to become humanity's first trillionaire. SpaceX says in its IPO statement, it's the only company building the integrated hardware and software infrastructure for a future across space. But corporate governance expert, that is, Nell Minow, tells ABC that the IPO is overvalued.
The valuation just 2 years ago was much, much lower than it is now. And the transactions that supported the valuation are very sketchy.
Dow finished up 353 points today. The NASDAQ gained 79 and the S&P was up 37. Red Sox baseball tonight on TIC. 6:10 is the pregame as the Sox begin a series at Fenway against the Texas Rangers. The Yanks take their show north of the border to Toronto for a 7:07 tilt with the Blue Jays. For these stories and more, go to WTIC.com. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
Hi, I'm Joe with SimpleSaleUSA.com, and I buy houses cash. If you own a house and want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me at 203-896-4000. I can pay cash and close in as little as 7 days. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and more importantly, anywhere in Connecticut. I'm a private real estate investor who buys several houses a month, and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorce houses, behind-in-payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that is trash and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying junk houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosure houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at 203-896-4000. That's 203-896-4000. 203-896-4000.
This is a special notice to all U.S. taxpayers with back taxes owed to the IRS. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, you may now be eligible for relief through current IRS initiatives for struggling taxpayers. In some cases, taxpayers may qualify to reduce as much as 99% of what they owe. You may already be experiencing wage garnishment, liens, levies, or audits and be unaware of this important information. Call Guardian Tax now to see what relief you may be eligible for at 800-404-6851. By taking action today, you may be able to stop all collections and resolve your tax problem before your tax problem gets worse. Tax experts are standing by to review your case and fight to slash your debt dramatically. Don't let your tax problem get worse and miss this time-sensitive opportunity. Check your eligibility with Guardian Tax now. Call 800-404-6851. 800-404-6851. That's 800-404-6851.
The Odyssey app lets you jump back to the moments you missed from WTIC News Talk 1080. Download the free Odyssey app, search WTIC News Talk 1080, and tap earlier today to get started.
Whatever I did, I just, that's what I did. Okay, I screwed that up. Of course, I'm always doing something behind the scenes and never paying attention to what I'm doing. You know what time it is, Rozan? You're here, so we have to find out one thing.
Now, what have we learned?
What have we learned?
What have we learned from this little fable?
So what have we learned if nothing else, children?
So what have we learned, huh? So what have we learned from that?
So what have we learned here today? What have we learned so far?
That's right. Always learning, Rozan is. What have you learned today?
Okay, today I kept a list.
Okay.
So I learned that local media, the veterans as they are called, are very biased. They are left-leaning, and they are very comfortable protecting the status quo and those people that they deem to be of a higher ilk, if you will. I know that you think that Chris needs a date. Chris, if you are listening, I am not party to this. I did not want to participate.
Okay.
Isabelle owns a cake business. She's an EMT. She's a firefighter, an astronaut, a dog trainer. She is the mayor of a major city in Connecticut and running for Congress when Ryan Fazio's done.
You're running for governor when he's done.
Isabelle Roode is doing all the things, and she deserves all the credit and all the flowers.
That's right.
As the kids say.
Yeah.
Reese cannot remember Sue Aller's name.
Yes, that's
at all to save his life. Eversource creates their own NGO so that they can circle money back into their own pockets. 80%, or was it 90? 90% of white people in Colorado are having to apologize to the 10% of black folks who feel disenfranchised. Whatever. Stupid made-up racism makes me very angry. I've seen a couple of things today that make me violently rageful.
You learned that today.
I come to terms with made-up racism makes me violently rageful. Reese gets muscle strains from severe emotional reactions.
Yes, I do.
And Ned Lamont is holding on so tightly to every penny. It's almost like he's trying to hold it in like a fart. That's what I learned today.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's what she's learned.
What have we learned? learned?
What have we learned?
What have we learned from this little fable?
So what have we learned if nothing else, children?
So what have we learned, huh? So what have we learned from that?
So what have we learned here today? What have we learned so far?
If you'd like to tell us what you have learned, just go to ReeseOnTheRadio.com, or you can go into the chat room and let us know on any one of our various social media pages. Goodness gracious. That was a pretty good what have you learned, Rozan.
Thank you.
It may have been just better than last Wednesday's, but I like doing this little segment with you. We'll be back. More news, more views. We'll wrap it up. Mark Christopher is out, and Sue Aller is in for him. She's in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center.
I'm Sue Aller from the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. Watch out, you got to crash. It's now taking out the left lane, and also the HOV lane is also closed. It is southbound between exits 34 and 33 Jennings Road. So it is stop and go through the area, and then it does ease out after the crash site, but you do slow down again right by the Wilbur Cross. The Wilbur Cross still looking good. Route 2, though, getting busy now on the westbound side approaching 84, and then on 84 eastbound, watch out for a breakdown right at exit 44. Delays will continue as you approach 91. Westbound, you've got slowdowns beginning at Route 2 to exit 44. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
We are looking at some showers and thunderstorms trying to work into our area as we come in from the northwest. So places like Canton will experience that here in the next 15 to 20 minutes. And that will give you some heavy rainfall. We will have to watch. Maybe a shower or thunderstorm this evening could be strong to severe. And the threats with that would be damaging winds on top of that heavy rainfall, plus the risk for some hail. Tonight, we will go down to 67 after the storms work their way through and quiet down. And tomorrow, it's a good start to the weekend. Mostly sunny, still hot, but less humid, a high of 90 degrees. Tomorrow night, we're mainly clear, a low of 63. And Sunday, we're hot, sun and clouds, and a little more humidity as we hit a high of 92. That will lead to an afternoon or evening thunderstorm for us on Sunday, so be ready for that to send you inside at the end of your weekend. Monday, mostly sunny and pleasant. A high of 79 will be nice into Tuesday with clouds and sun, a high of 76. Right now, it is 91 in Canton and 89 in Rocky Hill and 93 in Hartford. This is meteorologist Melissa Constanzer in the WTIC Weather Center.
Make your money work harder for your future. Catch Johnson Brunetti's Money Wisdom tomorrow morning at 8:30 for essential retirement tips. Only on WTIC News Talk 1080.
Support comes from Amazon Business. Free your team from time-consuming procurement tasks. Discover smart business buying, where unmatched selection meets AI-driven tools to simplify complex processes so you can focus on what matters most. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Wisdom teeth giving you trouble? Columbia Dental's expert oral surgeons specialize in comfortable and efficient wisdom tooth removal. Open 7 days a week. Call 860-645-0111 or visit columbiadental.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney, and the truth is I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney or if I look like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. At Wesley, we've helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshare without me being an attorney. And I want to share with you how we do it. Just give my office a call, and you will not talk to an attorney. And I guarantee if we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare, or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free information kit. 800-714-9090. 800-714-9090. 800-714-9090.
If you're carrying a lot of credit card or personal loan debt, every month can start to feel the same. All those bills, all those due dates, all that stress. There's a solution that's designed to make it easier for you. National Debt Relief could put you on the fast track to paying off your credit card debt, personal loans, and even medical debt for less than you owe, with just one low monthly payment you can afford. And no, it's not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. It's a real, affordable debt relief program that could save you lots of money. National Debt Relief has already helped over 1 million people with their debt and has thousands of 5-star reviews and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. So if you owe $10,000 or more, don't wait. Call 800-878-4646 now to see if you qualify. That's 800-878-4646. One call could help reduce what you owe and simplify your monthly payments. Call 800-878-4646 now to find out how much you could save.
What's up, everybody? You know who it is.
You know who it is.
You know who it is. It's Reese on the radio. Frederick Douglass of the 21st century.
It's WTIC News Talk 1080.
All right, we are almost out of here. We have another weekend upon us, Rozan. Weeks go by like really, really fast. This one actually not so fast. Very, very busy week, as it were. We are having dinner with the Ferraros tomorrow. And we are also going to, I guess, George Austin's grand campaign headquarters opening, which will be over by
it's in Vernon on Hartford
Turnpike, which is very close to between rounds. So we need to go get a dozen bagels, so we'll go see them.
You need to. Hopefully you'll deal with Chris tomorrow.
Chris won't be at that location, so Chris,
he might.
You have to come and see me.
I'm just saying.
That's all right. By the way, I just saw the picture of one of the daughters that somebody sent to me. She's a very pretty young lady, and she was very excited to get Chris's picture. So you never know. There could be a kid with my name.
You're sending his picture to people?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm all in on this one. We're going to turn this into a whole dating game. Dun 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 dun. No, that's Wheel of Fortune. Technically,
I don't see this going well for you, Chris. I just want you to know I had no part in this.
Also, I wanted to mention, since we're going out to dinner or having dinner at Mama Ferraro's house this weekend, other people have decided that they want to cook for you as well, Rozan, because they said, it's like, Rozan in the house, let me see, going to be a good show. Sorry, Reese. Thanks, Jeannie. I appreciate you. Chuck wants to know, are you guys up for venison?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, I'll try some venison.
Do you know what venison is?
Yes, it's deer.
Okay, I'm just making
sure. I have
sure.
a great story about that when I was a kid.
Remember when you found out you were eating buffalo?
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Also blew my mind. Also, let me see. Someone else had also mentioned us coming to their house. In fact, I believe it's Melody. Let me look at her. Yes. Melody says, we would love to have you over for a meal / cookout. Now, you know, Melody, we kind of had dinner with them at the Avon the Old Farms. They came up and they had dinner before us. And then we went up. They were at the table just behind us. Okay. So, and Melody and they also were with us when we went to go see The Mentalist.
That's right. They were there
They were there. So we always see Melody around in the neighborhood. Dawn Matto says that she is going to be down in D.C., so she expects us to meet her there, and we will.
Yeah.
For those of you who are just joining us because you don't join us early in the program, we found out through a USA Today report and the libs of TikTok that 5 states had opted out of the Great American State Fair in D.C. coming in a few days. In fact, it's from June 24th until July 10th. Well, I figured we can't be there for every day down there, but wouldn't it be great that if we just went down there and represented ourselves? So I am going to have a conversation with my big bosses here at WTIC. I'm going to scoop up my own equipment and see if the RNC or maybe even the White House can get us our own Ethernet connection. All we have to do is just set up a table and a tent, and we'll broadcast live on July 3rd and, of course, our beloved 250th birthday, live right there in D.C. No reason why we can't go down there and be a part of it. We will update you on all of that as it turns out. And I think they're excited because we're going to do it at no cost to them. We're going to do it ourselves. We're going to drive down. We're going to pay for our own gas. And, of course, it's like a mini vacation. Plus, Rozan goes down to Virginia. She can see all of her friends that she hasn't seen in a long time.
And the boy.
And the boy. The boy who's down there before he goes off to the Citadel. So it's perfect for us.
July 15th.
Yeah, wow. Very, very soon. Yeah, he'll be down in South Carolina. So that's a perfect time to do all of this. Hey, Reese, I listened to some of your talk with Dan Haar while driving. Hands down for Haar for standing. Sorry, I missed it because they moved it. for staying on the air with you, laugh out loud. I think if Dan had one of the bills from a listener, maybe he could explain it better than what he is saying. I agree with you wholeheartedly, but Dan's going to be here, and we're going to have Armand here to break down this bill for him so that he understands. Bob says, great idea on the 250 in D.C. Need to be there the whole time. At our booth with it can't be empty on other days. If we can work that out, we will. We're talking to the proper people to see if we can get all that done. But if we can't, we'll just be down there for the 2 days that we will be there. But we are going to represent ourselves on America's birthday. Reese, do you ever come? Okay, I read that one. That was about Bridgeport. Let me see if there's anything else here. Curious. No, that's John Beckman. You guys already handled that. And I'm trying to see if there's any more that I may have missed. Oh, whatever WTIC pays you, Reese, it's not enough. Would you like me to call them and ask for a raise?
No, but you can see if they'll give Rozan a job.
That comes from John Beckman all the way out west. And somebody said that we will be in Williamsburg.
I love Williamsburg.
We've got plenty of T-shirts from Williamsburg, and Rozan got us a year pass at Williamsburg once.
Yeah, and we only went that one time.
And we only went that one time.
We ended up moving. In my defense, we moved to Texas shortly
after we bought a year pass. Yeah. And it was not cheap.
I love Williamsburg.
I know you do.
I love all that old-timey stuff. If I could go back and travel back in time, I would love to live in, maybe a medieval village, but definitely like a colonial village here. Mm-hmm. In the U.S.
Craig in the car is saying that he will invite us so he can teach us how to make a New Haven-style pizza.
I don't want to learn how to make it. I just want to eat it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You can learn how to make it, and then you can make me something other than breakfast.
You mean coffee?
Yeah.
Because that's what breakfast means, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it means. Okay, so all of that, I don't think we missed anything. We got a whole bunch of other stuff we got done. So next week, Monday, in fact, next week, Tuesday, after we have our meeting here, I will see what kind of details we can figure out. Like I said, we've got Rob Sampson, Vin Candelara, who I've spoken to. I'm going to continue my conversations with them to see how far we can get this. Even again, if it's only 2 days. To be honest, if I can say this, I hope bringing this up today and wanting to do this has inspired others to say, maybe we can go in shifts.
Yeah.
It does start on the 24th of June. So if you can't be there for all of it, if you got other plans on the 4th of July to be with your family, absolutely. But if there are people who can say, hey, we can go down for 2 days this week, I can go down there, just so we are represented. Again, we don't need Ned Lamont to do this for us. We don't. If they don't want to do it, that's fine. But this is an opportunity for us to go down there, celebrate the birthday. It is D.C.
Nobody alive will ever see something like this again.
Exactly.
Never. I mean, in 50 years, 300,
monumental.
But
I mean, the centennial was great. That was 1976. I was only 7.
I wasn't born yet.
Oh, I wasn't even 7. I was 6. You weren't even born.
Yeah.
So something like this is huge for a lot of people. Why miss it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, let's go be at the place, kind of like that represents all of us, the capital of this great country, celebrating this great heritage and this great achievement.
Yeah. And D.C. is so much cleaner now. I've been watching videos of all the new.
I'm not gonna lie, I got to see that reflecting pool.
The reflecting pool, all of the fountains that are now working. When I was stationed in Arlington, and we would go on our 12-mile runs around D.C., we would go to some of these islands. We call them islands. They're little parks hidden off in the cut where it's just trees. You wouldn't even know it was there, and it was just they were not in the best shape, and I'm curious to see what they look like today, because that was the beginning of my military career, and I'd love to see what it looks like today, having a president in the White House who actually cares about presentation.
That fountain in front of Union Station.
That's insanity.
We've been to that Union Station way too many times to count.
It doesn't even look like the same place.
We thought it was like it was
what
Athens.
Is that? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It does. It looks like Italy. It looks like, some old place in Europe where,
Yeah.
people come and by droves and take pictures and,
That's what we should do. In fact, that's what our Sunday should be. Just going to visit there, and then we'll just drive home Sunday
I'll
night.
show you where I re-enlisted in 2012.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get one phone call. Jim is in Waterbury hanging on. How you doing, sir?
Reese, hey, Rozan. Hey. Just make a formidable tag team. You make the reporters. He didn't even know what to do.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Both our granddaughters were soccer players. Now they are referees.
Really?
Nice.
Okay.
See, when I was a kid, I'm 79, it wasn't popular. Just the Italian kids played it.
Yeah.
Oh, and I was talking to Reese one time, Rozan. You need to take a trip to Wallingford. It's the Blue Trail Range over there. You might enjoy it.
Okay.
And the Lyman's own that. I mentioned it to Reese, but I know he's not really a gun guy.
It's called, what is it called again?
Oh, Blue Trail Range.
Blue Trail Range in Wallingford.
Did I give the impression I'm not a gun guy?
Miles from the Barnes off Apple Orchard on Route 156. It's kind of southeast, almost near the theater. Yeah.
Weirdly enough, Jim, we actually have a lot of conversations with the folks over at the Lyman's.
Yeah, we really I enjoyed my time over there.
We get a text or we start a conversation all the time. If it isn't from them directly, one of the in-laws we have a close connection to. So, in fact, I will be there next Wednesday morning for Open Doors Outdoors Open. This is what they're unfortunately trying to call it because of Chris B, who's trying to call it that. But it's the Open Doors Outdoors Open, which is going to be at Lyman Orchards golf course. So I'm going to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning and hang out for a little bit before the show.
What day is this?
This is on Wednesday.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. So
early.
The range isn't far from the Oakdale Theater either.
Yeah, and I can't wait to go because I want to see that golf course, and I'm a big golfer. So, let me play. I like golf. I play it horribly, so I'm still going to go regardless.
Hey, you'll be with your Italian family this week, and you should have a heck of a meal.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So excited for that
Nobody
meal.
cooks like the Paisans.
Thank you, Jim. I appreciate you, buddy.
Blessed weekend.
Thank you, man. You too. Phil is our last but not least caller. How are you, sir?
Oh, great. Not too bad. Reese, let me ask you to invite you, rather, to the Polish Broad Street Festival. The food, it's like up the crazy New Britain.
Okay.
Broad Street, Sunday. Starts at 11 o'clock. I know you have issues with ethnic foods.
I don't.
No. I can deal with Polish. I'm assuming Polish sausage, right?
Sausage, gołąbki, kielbasa.
Absolutely. And that's this Sunday?
This Sunday, it starts at 11 o'clock. Broad Street in Poland is closed off for 5 blocks.
Okay, that's it. We're there.
Like 30,000 people. It's crazy.
Okay, let them know that Reese on the Radio will be there. And if it's a Polish festival, they will not miss my 6'3" behind standing up there with a baseball cap. I'm sure everybody will recognize me. Please let them know that we will be there.
Be afraid. Be very, very afraid.
I can't wait. So, yeah, now we got something to do on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
After church.
Sir. I'm looking for you there. Look for me with the red T-shirt with the big Polish eagle on the front.
All right, you got it. Absolutely. Thank you, Phil. I appreciate the invite.
Thank you.
Take care, sir. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Why not? Why not? Festivals are my big thing. You know I like those.
I love having stuff to do.
Yeah.
I love having places to go. We were in San Antonio for 22 months, and we have done more in the 6 months, 7 months that we've been here than we ever did in San Antonio.
Only thing I don't like about the festivals is that somebody always props up an antique place that you have to go to. So I don't know if the Polish fair is big on antiques, but we'll see.
I like antiques, and
yes, I know.
you can go. I
What
don't
do you
know,
do?
whatever.
You know what? If they sell T-shirts, that's where I'll be
There you go.
spending most of
You'll
my
be
time.
at the T-shirts, and I will be buying nice things. Oh yeah.
What?
I need to find a table for my new.
Oh, for your
old
plants?
No, my Singer sewing machine.
Oh, that's right.
I need to
Rozan?
find a foot pedal Singer sewing machine table.
Do you mean to tell me that thing doesn't have a pedal?
No.
Oh.
It's electric, but you can also connect it so that it works with the foot pedal. And I'd prefer the foot pedal. It's
Okay.
just, yeah.
Yes. Rozan is taking up sewing.
We hope. I bought an antique Singer sewing machine at Dean Silas.
Yeah.
And I paid $15 for it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's heavy, made out of iron, and it's beautiful.
Yes.
Excited. So.
She sewed my jeans by hand.
I did. I was a total pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Such a pain in the
Yes.
butt.
Yeah. I'm really, really looking forward to watching you sew.
Yeah, I sit in my living room with my sewing machine and my plants and
Yes.
my Outlander in the background.
You're officially old. I'm just figured I'd point
I
that
need to
out.
find something to throw at you.
It's time for us to get up out of here. You guys have a wonderful weekend. As I always say, radio is free, so we thank you for paying attention. Remember to keep JC in your hearts and in your mind. Sean Patrick, we love you and we miss you. Remember that panic is not planning, so plan your work and work your plan. Me, I'm Reese on the radio. She is Rozan on the radio. Say goodnight, Rozan.
Good night, Roseanne.
You have a good night and a pleasant tomorrow. We'll see you back here on Monday. We'll tell you all about the Italian food, the Polish food, and about the soccer game that USA better win.
Meet us tonight at Stadium 15.
That's right, Stadium 15. Mark Christopher, he's out. He's already started the weekend, so Sue Aller's got to fill in. She's in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. Good night, yo.
I'm Sue Aller from the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. Still clearing a crash on the southbound side of 91 between exits 34 and 33 Jennings Road. The left lane is now blocked.